Did you hear about the little boy who drowned in the lake?
It's showtime!
Let me in now, and it could be now.
How do I look? Let's go nun some shit up. Oh, come on, man. Huh? You're crooked. Oh, okay, now we're good? Yeah, now let's nun some shit up. He's lost the plot.
Put your hat on, hurry! Shit!
It's hot! It's hot! We're good.
Did you say beers?
Oh, thank God you guys are here.
What's going on, guys and gals? Welcome to Good Rule Hunting. It's your boy Brad. The Brett Man's over there, and Chris is underneath us tonight. We're going to have a good time this Thursday night. We're live. It's 7, it's 8, whatever time it is. We're excited to be here, and tonight we're going to be giving you our top 10 movies of the 21st century, and we're going to be going over a list that Birdie found somewhere on the internet of the official, I guess, 100 best movies of the 21st century as well.
Oh,
So we're
yeah.
going to have some fun talking about the movies of this modern century, and I think it's going to be a good time to talk about a lot of things tonight, boys.
Oh, absolutely. We appreciate you checking us out live on YouTube right now, or if you're listening after effect on the podcasting of Apple Podbean, and Spotify, we appreciate you listening in as well. And as you see in the chat section on YouTube right now, I have a little goal for you, ladies and gents. If we get 5 super chats of any kind, so that could just be even a $2 super chat, 5 super chats tonight earns you all a live stream where yours truly, the Brett Man, will embarrass the hell out of himself by pronouncing hard words.
Fan submitted hard words.
Chris, can you send in 5 $1 super chats real quick?
No, that doesn't
I might
count.
do it. Honestly, this is really something that I've been clamoring to see.
Well, here's the deal. I'll even do this. It could even, like, I saw Cody Snyder earlier, which I got to hang out with him right before we went live as part of his tier membership of the tier 3, which Cody Snyder, it was great hanging out with you. Hopefully everything again is going well with you. He gifted 1 Good Rule Hunting membership tonight. And I'll even say that if you do a Good Rule Hunting membership to somebody, I will count that because that is still a money given act. So if we get a combined total of either of super chats and gift memberships, if we get 5 of them, we're going to get that stream. So 1 down, 4 to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So let me say hello to the chat. And then thank our lovely Patreons and our YouTube ship members. We'll go over real quickly on the actual list that came out. And then we're going to do our top 10 because we got, of course, add our good real spin to the list. So
let's list, Birdie.
Oh, dude, it's such a tough list. So, Chris, did you have any struggle with the list?
Yeah, you're witnessing it in real time right now. I did some of it today. I mean, I have I basically have like a top 5 that I pulled out of there, but I'm going through the list again now, trying to add a couple more to it.
All right.
I got 10. I got 10 that I'm good with. It's just figuring that order out. That's what's tough, you know. That's the challenge.
And I got 10 as well, but I bet you if we did this in another century, or another decade, if an upgraded one, my list will change like crazy. So don't be too confident. This is to me right now. I'll explain later of why I picked my particular list. But enough about us.
Did you do Jason X number 1?
How did you know that?
Brad, fuck you. Gosh, some bitch. Anyways, Lamantra, what's going on there, Lamantra? How are you doing, buddy? Hopefully all's going well. We got Atanis. What's going on there, Atanis? How are you doing? We got Chester's in the house. We got you, Adrian. How you doing? We got Rosie, my dear Rosie. How are you? Where are her roses? They're her roses. They're all belong to you. Do not share these roses. Again, they're all for you. So what's going on there, Rosie? We got Zodiac Z. What's going on there, Zodiac? How are you doing? Who else we got in here? We say hello to Cody Snyder. He will be listening in as he is driving. So gifted a Goodwill Hunting membership. So I will update that Goodwill Hunting membership card before I release the next podcast episode of me reviewing Jurassic World Rebirth and ranking the Jurassic Park franchise. So you do not want to miss that recording.
Yeah, dude. Hey, listen, that'll be a good time, man. Talking about Jurassic dinosaurs. You kidding me?
Yeah. But hey, better dinosaurs than alphas. So
hey, bullshit.
Hey,
we
buddy.
got Ashton. What's going on there, Ashton? How are you doing? Let's see here. Zodiac C. This was a star comment here. Oh, the 21st century movies. I was thinking just 21st century horror movies. Brad, is there any reason why you star that?
I did, yeah. If you're ready to go ahead and drop the spill the beans here, I think.
Good move tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So. Yeah, we thought of this just a minute ago, actually, that, we're doing all 21st century movies tonight, but for our Summer Slash tournament later in July or early August, whenever we get to it, we're going to do 21st century horror movies only for Summer Slash. So that'll be a big tournament, 64 horror movies from the 21st century, and we're going to get one champion. That's going to be fun because there's a lot of doozies in there, everybody. So that's going to be cool as hell.
Hell yeah. I'm jacked to the 9s with that. Chris, of course, will be jacked to the 10s. So be like Chris, get jacked to the 10s. So let's see here. We got
right.
So Blu-ray, what's going on there, Blu-ray? How are you doing? We got Gory Tiger. What's going on there, Gory? We got Chad. What's going on? No, Chad, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, fuck you for two things. One, Halloween Resurrection is not going to be on this list. And number two, One-Eyed Monster is not going to be on this list. So fuck off.
Can you guys tell me, speaking of the 90s, a 90s movie character that just pounds screwdrivers the whole movie?
That would be the Big Lebowski. Or what?
No.
Or who is the Big Lebowski?
Incorrect. Those are White Russians, Birdie. Come on.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Come on.
From the 90s?
Yeah, is it the 90s? I think it's the 90s. Pretty sure.
Well, why
I'm
you
just
all
gonna
figure
I'm just going to let it marinate and see if anybody puts it together.
All right, figure it out, chat. But we got Gene Whitacombe. What's going on there, Gene? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well. Let's see here. Brother Fluff, $5 super chat. So we have one membership give out and one super chat. So that means we need 3 more of one of those things in order to get that special stream where I embarrass myself by pronouncing hard words. $5 super chat is We Love America, home of apple pies and breasties.
Oh, yeah, we do. All the above, man.
They should have put that in the Star Spangled Banner.
Home of
the apple pie and breastises.
And the breasties. But Brother Fluff, thank you so much. $5 super chat. Here is your super chat as part of your tier membership of tier 2.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
It's so motherfucking fluffy! That shit fluffy as fuck! Hell yeah!
Yes, sir. So thank you so much, Brother Fluff. I got to get back to my I lost it. Nope, here I am. Okay, let's see here. Eli Cortez, what's going on? Just in time, buddy. As you can tell right there, I appreciate all the work you've done for all the different YouTube channels you do with posting links and just promoting it, everybody. I was like, you know what? We need that too on Good Real Hunting. So, Eli, you got what you wished for. You are the Oprah Winfrey of our wrench women group, or real wrenches, I would like to call them. So, Eli Cortez, congratulations on your promotion. Share those links to your heart's content.
You're the man, Eli. You're the man.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much, Eli. So I told him there was a little surprise when he got in here. We got here Sergeant Shitty Pickle. How are you doing, soldier or sergeant? You're not a soldier, you're a sergeant. Let's see here. And I think that is everybody right now. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us. And if someone else comes in, we will say our thank yous and hellos to them. But of course, we got to thank our amazing patrons. These are our real hunters. They're the official backbone of this channel. So if we want to make extra streams where I mispronounce hard words or just make an ass out of myself, or Chris needs an extra long ruler, I will not tell you why he needs an extra long ruler, but trust me, he needs one. Oh, dadgummit, Brad.
Does anybody know how to get...
You got to remember, he's dickless.
I just need to know how to get the magic marker off of the 1 and the 3. You know what I mean? I can't believe that I wrote that on there.
Well, if you want to help Chris with his little situation over there, and I mean a little situation, the Patreon link is in the description down below. Select the link, select any tier to your heart's desire. If I were Chris, hopefully that would be the $15 or the $20 tier. So you all can be real hunters today. But just in case if you cannot be a real hunter on the Patreon side of things, YouTube memberships available as well. This is the indeed hottest ticket to be supporting the channel, because for YouTube members, there's a particular tier that's only as accessible to YouTube members, and that is that tier 0 for as low as 99 cents. You could be supporting the channel and the podcast. Everything would be great, and you can join YouTube membership so you all can help us and for you all today. And I totally forgot all my lines.
Well, the main thing here to know is if you can't do those things, that's okay. You know, being here, liking the videos, subscribing, sharing, all that fun stuff, we appreciate it as well. So we appreciate it. Nobody's got the character right from the Screwdrivers. It's hard to believe. I thought Chris would have gotten it from the 90s. Pounding Screwdrivers the whole movie.
Man, we suck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Chris. Actually, I was going to say, Chris, what should they do on Apple Podcasts and Spotify?
Give an honest review. 5 stars.
No.
Nothing else.
Yeah, it's just 5. There we go. Just 5-star. Kiss our ass. Like, it helps. So.
Is this it? Is it Mr. Blonde?
No, it's not Mr. Blonde, but it is from a Tarantino movie.
Oh, someone says Jackie Brown.
It is from Jackie Brown. Yeah. Ordell. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I missed you there. I missed you when you said it. Okay. Yeah, you got it right there. I see it now. Yep.
Congratulations, Zodiac Z. 1 screwdriver for you. Courtney Reed, $2 super chat. So now we got 3 down. We need 2 more to go, whether that be gifting a membership or a super chat of any kind, in order to get that particular special stream where I embarrass myself by saying hard words. But Courtney Reed says, RIP Michael Madsen. Yeah, I heard that news today. Guys, you have any thoughts about Michael Madsen?
Very sad, man. Classic of the Tarantino filmography, of course. Plus other things, of course. But man, he really nailed it in all those movies. It's sad, man. It sucks.
He was a great character actor. Completely underrated.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, especially Kill Bill. I'll tell you that, because that was my favorite of his. Kill Bill, Volume 2.
Kill Bill, and I love it. You know, Reservoir Dogs, man.
2.
Fantastic.
I plead the fifth. But yeah, Courtney Reed, thank you so much, buddy. So let me get a super chat for you. I think actually you should have a super chat video. There it is. Let's play your super chat video as per to your tier 2.
I love it. I love it, man. That's a great pick.
He updated his video clip, and that was badass. So Sinners, which, by the way, Sinners comes out on Max tomorrow for the 4th of July. So what a way to celebrate the 4th of July than watching the best original horror movie of the 2020s in Sinners.
We may actually watch that tomorrow. That's a good plan. I know my wife wants to watch it.
Oh, we also remember Michael Madsen was in Die Another Day, a fucking James Bond movie.
Shit, was he really?
Was
I
he?
didn't. I don't remember
Yeah.
him in there.
That's your favorite one, dude. How can you not know?
No, I hadn't seen that one in a long time, man. I tell you, when it came out, though, I did love it because I was probably like what 12 or something. What year did it come out? It was
2002.
I was 11 then. I would have been 11, and dude, I loved it, man. I was like, man, this is awesome. This is Bond. This is peak, man. This is great. Then I grew up, and it doesn't.
Oh my god! Then I grew up, dude. That should
Madonna
be
in
a
there, man?
that should be a t-shirt. Then I grew up.
Then the suddenly the CGI skiing scene at the beginning didn't hold up as well as you thought.
Or the surfing scene or any of that. Yeah, it doesn't hold up, man. It doesn't hold up at all.
Well,
But it's
if
goofy
any good-
though.
If any good could come out of Die Another Day, it would be a feature Austin Powers movie called Shaq Another Day.
They should have done it, man. That would be perfect, actually. That would have been good. And then they could have done that same kind of story, and yeah, it would have been fun. It's like peak, cheesy ass Bond though. Like it's got some things about it that are at least fun. It's not boring. It's far from that.
Definitely not. Especially with Pierce Bronson. Pierce, you the man. So all right. I think we are all good here. So how do you want me to deliver this list of like the top 21st century? You just want me to do top 25 because there's 100 of these sons of bitches. Like,
how should you deliver it? I'm gonna say in the nude.
Yeah,
I could be
I think
wrong.
so. And honestly, there's not that much to tackle on each category. Like we could just pull up the categories as they are, like for the whole. Like we're not going to talk about every movie. Like,
oh hell no! That's why I'm saying if you just want me to
Yeah.
just quickly just go through the top 25 or something, if it's just whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that, or you can just do the whole list. Because again, we're not going to take too much time on any category.
Oh my
But
God,
I will
you're gonna
say
make
this:
me say all 100 movies.
no,
You're-
don't say them. Just
you're
no, don't say 'em.
mad.
No, don't say them. Just pull up the screenshot.
Bleeding
We don't need
hell.
to see- we don't have to say them all. We certainly don't want to do that. Or if you don't have the screenshot, then yeah, just do the top.
I got them on
25.
my phone actually, so that's what I was going to say.
First off, where did this list come from? Whose list is this?
It's the New York Times, right?
New York Times.
The Dom New York Times.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Man. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do top 25, or else we'd be here all day with me. And of course, you know me, I will mispronounce one the hell out of the movie. So I don't want to give you all a little. Actually, it'd be a good idea to give you a sneak peek. But all right. So I'm going to name the top 25. You all gentlemen ready?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, best movies of the 21st century. And by the way, best movies of the 21st century is from 2001 till now, which of course we got plenty more of the century left. So it's like anything from 2001 to 2100. So
Turn that up, Birdie.
no problem. We will dead.
Nice work.
We will all be dead before 2100. So
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, dude.
So number 25 is Phantom Thread. Number 24 is Her. Number 23, Boyhood. 22, The Grand Budapest Hotel. Number 21 is The Royal Tenenbaums, which I know.
Did we start the show? Did we get the 5 super chats already? Is that what we're doing? Did you
No,
start the show with the funny names?
No, we got so far we got 3.
I was kidding.
Yeah,
That's a joke.
All right. Number 20, The Wolf of Wall Street. Number 19, Zodiac. Number 18 is Y2 Mama Tambian. Number sneak peek. That's your sneak peek if we can get this goal done. So, number 17, Brokeback Mountain. Number 16,
Oh, man, that's
Crouching
awesome.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Number 15, City of God. Number 14, Inglorious Bastards. Number 13, Children of Men. Number 12, The Zone of Interest. Number 11, Mad Max Fury Road. Here's our top 10. Number 10, The Social Network. Number 9, Spirited Away. Number 8, Get Out. Number 7, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Number 6, No Country for Old Men. Number 5, Moonlight. Number 4, In the Mood for Love. Number 3, There Will Be Blood. Number 2, Mulholland Drive, and number 1, Parasite.
Ding, diddling, ding, ding, ding. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know if I have a single movie in my list that's in that top 25. There might have been. I can't remember.
I have one.
Yeah.
Most of mine are in that top 25. I'm going to tell you now.
Don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit me.
That bullshit.
I honestly forgot what you said in the first 10 or so, though, so it's hard to say.
I know that's okay. I was not. I knew you were just waiting for me to get.
I'm going to get 0 votes again today. I'm going to get laughed out of here again today.
Well, no, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
They'll flow down here too. Okay, that was random. But anyways, this is not a competitive ranking this time. This is just a chill bag. We're gonna hang out, list the good real side of things of what our top 10 best movies of the 21st century. That would be again from the year 2001 all the way up to the years of 2100. But we
that should
all
be the
know
year 2000, though.
Well,
Mhm.
well, no, I looked it up on Google. There's 2000 does not count.
2000 counts. That's the first year of the 21st century.
Nope. Google it. I already checked it earlier just to double check. It is January the 1st of 2001. It's the first day of the new century.
Well,
While you prove me right, Cole is here in the chat saying Brett knows the secret now. Damn right I know the secret. I always know the secret. And Cody Snyder, I am not pronouncing that number or that name again for that movie, so do not tempt me.
well, just to simplify things, we're including 2000 in this. I don't think I have any in 2000, but I might. And yeah,
all right,
it's
fine.
fine.
We'll do 2000.
Anything with a 2 in
not
front
a
of it.
big deal. Yeah, number 2. Bam, 3. Okay, so let's see here, gentlemen. Before we start this off with the top 10, do y'all have any honorable mentions that you all want to throw out there?
Got a shit ton, but I'll
Yeah,
leave it
you
till
definitely.
after.
I know that Brad has Battlefield Earth on there, so that's definitely going to be from the year 2000.
Bro,
Actually,
that is the worst movie of all time, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I fucking saw it
Travolta?
in theaters. Yeah,
Yeah, I bet you
Gary
did.
Pepper.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'll stick to maybe 3 honorable mentions and just kind of leave it at that.
okay. What are those honorable mentions?
You want me to start? I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead and start. But we'll do a whole big clock cycle.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's do this, man. You want me to just do all 3 of them and just go from there?
Yeah,
or?
just go do all 3.
All right. Well, I think I got 3 here that, they were special to me, but I just couldn't include them because I like these other movies a little bit more. First honorable mention is Mission Impossible Fallout. I wanted to include this in my top 10. I really did, but there's so many good movies here in the 21st century. And this is probably my favorite Mission Impossible movies. I could probably say it's my favorite Mission Impossible movie of the franchise. Fantastic as hell. It's a great overall. It's one of the best action films made this century for sure. I think everything's clicking. You got the fun team together. The team that is the Mission Impossible team, IMF, the Impossible Mission Force. They're having a good time together. A lot of good, interesting elements to the story. I love it. Second honorable mention, I'm going to have Spider-Man 2. This one was one of the first superhero movies I really got into. The classic, the video game was amazing. I really wanted to put this in my top 10 for how meaningful it was to like my childhood and stuff, I guess, because I used to watch this. This was my favorite movie for a long time back in 02. Loved the hell out of it. I couldn't justify putting it in my top 10 in today's day and age just because there's so many other movies that came out after it. And lastly, Chris, you'll remember this, Shutter Island. I really wanted to put this one in. We watched that one together not too long ago. Man, what a great movie. Martin Scorsese coming in strong. Leonardo DiCaprio's out on that damn island. It's just atmospheric. It's tense, especially the first time you watch it. It's just a huge what the fuck kind of movie that just has you spinning all kinds of different directions. The setting is awesome in this asylum. There's a lighthouse out there. It's just out on the this big cliffside and super atmospheric. The music's great. It's tension filled and again it has that epic twist at the end. It's really a great. The front of the movie said it requires and demands multiple viewings, and that's accurate, man. It really does. For you to wrap your head around it and get all the little nooks and crannies of this thing, you got to watch this thing multiple times. You pick up more on it every time you watch it too. Even 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, whatever it's been, 20 even. probably. And I think it came out in 2010 or 2011 or something. But either way, yeah, it's a great flick. So that's. I think I'll leave it at those three for now.
Alrighty. What I'm gonna do with is my honorable mentions. It's gonna be Spider-Man No Way Home, because that is to me the high pinnacle of all things Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is indeed my favorite superhero of all time. So I gotta show Spider-Man some love. Let's see here. Also got Avengers Endgame in my honorable mention. Not a perfect movie whatsoever. That's why it did not crack my top 10, but it is my all-time favorite movie theater experience. So I want to get that theater experience all in there. You guys just get all in there, all nice and good. And then also lastly, because I gotta show this movie some love too, Train to Busan. What my all-time favorite zombie movie in the horror genre. Is just the storytelling is excellent, the characters are great, and that last act, fucking tear jerker at the maximum right there. So gotta give love for Train to Busan.
Have you ever seen the knockoff English language called Train to Bussy?
No, I have not. How good is it?
It's excellent. Please,
Oh
everyone go check it out.
Excellent.
Hey, Chris, but before you go into your honorable mentions, I want to say hello to Moser Movie Reviews. What's going on there, Chase? How are you doing, buddy? Long time no see, man. Hopefully all is going well with you, and we appreciate you hanging out with us. And in the chat, let us know what your favorite, some of your favorite movies from the 21st century are. And Cody Snyder provided another Good Will Hunting membership. So, yeah, he did another one. So that means we need either one more super chat or one more Good Will Hunting membership to be given out in order to reach that goal. And Cody Snyder, I forgot to play your one from earlier, so I'm going to play it now. Let's see here. I know I had your video somewhere. Oh, actually, no, Cody Snyder, we are discussing your next video for the super chat. So get with me on that. So I'll play a random one here. Let's play one from Flopbuster here.
Then I run this bitch, and now he about to bounce.
This your boy?
Yeah, that's my boy, nigga. We rep the same smart tech.
You just got fucked.
So thank you so much, Cody Snyder, for providing a Good Will Hunting membership again. That is really awesome of you to do that. So thank you so much.
Very cool, Cody. Very cool.
Cheers.
And then Chase just got out of Jurassic World Rebirth, and I thought it was pretty great. Also, yes, I've been really busy lately as a teacher assistant. Well, hell yeah, dude. So hopefully that teacher assistant is going well, and I am so happy you enjoyed Jurassic World Rebirth. Oh my God. Oh, I was like, Chris, were you laughing down there? That's not very nice.
No, I'm not laughing at all.
Well,
Dead serious as always.
How about you do
Serious as
your
an erection
honorable
problem.
How about you do your honorable mentions and do not include Train to Busey?
Okay.
That won't be an honorable mention. That'll be numero uno.
That's already on the list.
I know, I already took it
I
out,
just
so you
made the
got to
list.
pick another one. So
Okay, I have a couple on here, and I won't spend much time on them. I'm just gonna toss them out. I mean, we're talking about some of the best movies of the 21st century, so obviously they're great. They're already on the list, right? So I have to go through and plead their case for each one. I pissed some people off with this, but I think Blade Runner 2049 was very close to making my list. I know you guys don't particularly care for it, but it's one of my favorites that have come
Still haven't
out.
seen the
And
movie.
you still haven't seen it?
I haven't seen the movie.
no, I haven't seen
What
the
fuck?
the newer one.
I know.
I've seen the
I need-
80s one, but
I know. I saw the 80s one, didn't
Yeah.
care for it, so I never watched the second one. So I need to watch. I still need to watch it. I think I need to watch it.
Well,
I need to
I mean,
watch
definitely
it both,
watch it.
probably, but especially yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I would say, okay, the 2049, I've said Tree of Life came very close. I actually had it on my initial list, and then I took it back off. From 2011 is Terrence Malick's last movie before he really went off the deep end in terms of his narrative style, which is basically just a stream of consciousness kind of thing now. But great performances by Brad Pitt and Jessica Chastain's first like real starring role. It's really, really good movie. Sean Penn's in there too, I think. And then I had the Master on my list before, but I didn't want to overload.
Master of Disguise?
No, just the Master from P.T. Anderson.
Oh, sorry.
It's kind of like a knockoff of or a loosely based flick about the life of L. Ron Hubbard. Kind of Philip Seymour Hoffman, Amy Adams. Great movie. Great score.
I love Philip
And then Once
Seymour.
Upon a Time in Hollywood is the last one. I think it's great, but I had another Tarantino flick that I put in there that I like just a little bit more than that one. So those are my 4 honorable mentions.
Nice. I love it, especially Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm glad somebody mentioned it. It made the top 100 list too, that movie, but I'm glad you brought that up too. So before we're going to get ready to get into our top 10 now. So Brad, you're going to start us off with number 10. And before you do that, if you will let our listeners and people on the YouTube right now in the chat room, how did you determine your top 10?
For me, I just picked. I mean, it's my 10 favorite movies of the era. I mean, that's
just
really
like your personal preferences, or did you add kind of like critiqueness too? Okay, I just want to make sure.
These are my favorite movies from the 2010 or from the 2000 from the 20 whatever you want to call it, the 21st century. These are my favorite movies of this time period, and yeah, that's how I usually do all my rankings. Is based on my personal preference and not anything else, but. Yeah, I mean, here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to throw a quote out and see if you guys can pick up which movie I'm laying down. Chris, I know you'll get this, but Brett, maybe not.
No faith.
Tupe!
Nope.
No?
Yeah, okay, you are correct. I do not know.
No. Chris doesn't get it?
Tupe, are you talking about?
Tupe! Oh! All right. Training Day. Training Day. This movie is for me. You know, I
when
love
the fuck does he say Tupe?
When they're playing poker, obviously.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
I'll keep going until you get one right. But
you should have said,
dude,
you shot me in the ass, Jake.
You shot me in the ass, Jake. Man, okay, this is to me. I love those gritty kind of cop movies, and this movie is probably like the grittiest of the. Well, not I wouldn't say it's the grittiest of them, but it's up there. It's great. Ethan Hawke, Denzel Washington together. Denzel's, the veteran detective, narcotics detective, where Ethan Hawke's trying to get into this unit. So he's riding along with him for the day, training, trying to see if he can get on this unit full time. And, the shit that Denzel puts through or makes Ethan Hawke's character go through it's just crazy, man. You get to see how wicked and corrupt Denzel is, but he's also like still getting the job done in like a dirty way. So it's just his character in that is just so it's so layered. Denzel's is, and I think it's probably my favorite Denzel movie performance anyway. That and there's a lot of great ones, but I think this is probably numero uno for me for as far as Denzel performances goes. I just love the movie, man. I love the dynamic of those two characters. You got kind of a good and evil thing going on because Ethan Hawke's trying to do everything right, and then you have that ending where it's kind of ambiguous. Did he or did he not take the money or whatever at the end? Which I love that. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, I love it, man. It's one of the classics and just a great character study all around, man. Yeah.
Ain't got shit on me.
I was getting ready to ask if that was the movie where Denzel goes, King Kong don't have shit.
You haven't seen it?
No.
You haven't seen Training Day,
Oh,
Birdie?
wow.
Birdie.
Are you surprised? Are you surprised?
I think it just made the list. You just made the list.
All right, I'll play that
Denzel. If you want to see Denzel, bro, you haven't seen Denzel yet. If you haven't seen Training Day.
All right. Well, Chris, you're right. I need to do it. So here it goes.
You just made the list.
Oh, it's fucking classic, man. That's a fucking doozy. Remember too when I remember last week I mentioned Sixth Sense was one of the first DVDs. This was another one of the first DVDs we had, and I wore it out, and I didn't even know what was going on when it came out because I was a kid. But as I've grown, I've really appreciated just how twisted it gets, and really understood the dynamics of the Denzel's character in this movie. Oh, it's fantastic.
Ah, man. And Frank's Media and Reviews, what's going on there, man? How are you doing? Yep, I have not seen Training Day, but I will promise you I will because my mom will definitely force me to watch Frank, or I was about to say to watch Frank Medias and Refusal, which I do that on my own. But I know my mom will force me to watch Training Day.
Yeah, you got to see it, man. You got to see it.
So, all right. So we're going to go into my number 10. And here's how I did my top 10 list. Because it's going to change like constantly as we're going through this century currently. As for this particular one, there's just so many good ones. So what I did for this particular one, I did my 5 out of 5s on Letterboxd. I did by a little bit of critiquing, just a little bit. The main thing to me is personal preference of what movies like mean to me, and I have great memories on. And before I get into my top 10 or with my number 10, we did it.
Oh boy, we're gonna have a little fun.
$2 super chat, so that's going to count. So ignore the goal. We reached the goal. So in the future, in the near future, you'll get a stream where I'm going to be mispronouncing hard words. So guess what, guys? Get your hard words ready. So Chase with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Saying favorite 21st century movies are Crimson Peak. I knew that was coming, Chase. And Beetlejuice 2. Very good picks, Chase.
I never really saw Crimson Peak. I started it once, but I never.
I hear nothing but good things about Crimson
It's actually
Peak,
good,
which
yeah.
I need to see it myself, but I'm trying to save it for like an October watch. So, all right, let's see here. What can I play for you, Chase? What can I play? You know what? Let's play Maddie Baker's super chat video. Again, Chase, thank you so much for $2.
Thanks, dude.
Two pair.
She is.
Classic. So, Chase, thank you so much, my friend. So, let me go ahead and get into my number 10 here, which this is the only horror movie I have on this top 10 list, and I went ahead and got it out of the way, but I had to absolutely include it. It wouldn't be me if I didn't have this, because without this movie, none of this is possible. Like, I wouldn't be here with my best friends here doing a Good Real Hunting YouTube channel. I wouldn't be meeting a lot of the horror friends that I have now. So if y'all can guys, I'm sure you all can guess. And what do you think my number 10 is?
Avengers, Age of Ultron.
That is a scary movie, but what's about the horror movie? My only horror movie in this list.
Hang on. I know exactly what
The Conjuring
is.
Yep. Bingo. And Zodiac C got it on the chat too. So my number 10 is The Conjuring. The one where Brad told me, give this movie or give the horror genre one more chance, and I will promise you I will never share another horror movie with you again. And this movie is the scariest horror movie I've ever seen in my entire life, and I will still stand behind it. I watched it like multiple times, and with each watch, I still get scared of the movie, especially the staircase scene where the pictures get knocked off on the wall. We got that damn Bathsheba jumping off top of wardrobes. We got a creepy ass doll in Annabelle, which the design of that doll is absolutely amazing. We got Vera Farmiga. We got Patrick Wilson. We got so many great people, and the start of a very good young career at the time, Jodie King, who got her first start into movies with this movie. And again, it's just James Wan, what he does with the character work, just putting you in this world inside of this house where it's just dark and nasty. And again, like I said, again, I'm going to say it again because I like to repeat myself a lot, apparently. Apparently. But yeah, the camera shots in this movie is just so good. And this movie taught me so much that horror movies don't just try to scare you or to jump scare you like, bah! Or anything like that. They could tell really meaningful stories, give you characters that you truly care about. This movie taught me a lot about the horror genre, and I'm glad I was able to watch this movie. I gave it one more chance. I gave Brad's last plea of one more chance with this movie, and this movie will mean everything to me. If I can ever put this movie on a top 10 list in any list ever, I will always find a way to put The Conjuring on it. Number 10, The Conjuring.
Would you put it on a top 10 worst movies of all time list?
Yeah. What do you think about that? Anytime.
Okay. There's always one exception.
Okay. How about the top 10 horror movies of the 2010s?
Top
10 worst.
Absolutely. Oh, no, you like, you dirty bastard! You
I had to slip that little word in. It's not that important.
Got his ass.
yeah,
Got him.
got your ass.
All right.
So,
I
Chris,
digress.
what is your number 10, and how did you generate your list?
I did kind of a blend. I mean, you're going through here. This list is already compiled. It's the best of the best. So I just went through and I found kind of a blend of what I thought were the movies that I liked the most, but I also felt like were, staples either of that year or, of this list or something like that. Basically, if I felt like compelled to put it on there, both because I loved it and its importance, then that's how I made my list. Does that make sense?
Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. So go ahead, give us your number 10. Give us your best shot.
All right, number 10. My number 10 is Whiplash from 2010, I think it was. I've always loved this movie. I know it's not everybody's. Let me see what year that came out. It was 2014. So it was actually even later than I thought.
Mhm.
Just a powerhouse performance by J.K. Simmons. I think it was kind of the introduction to Miles Teller, and I think it wasn't Rabbit Hole. I think was his first role, and this was his first really starring role, as well as it was a great directorial debut from Damien Chazelle. So, I mean, it's just a powerhouse all around, and I think the performances are great. I think that it's also got something to say about, devotion and things like that, and kind of a cautionary tale about taking things too far in search of greatness, all those things. But I just think it's an awesome movie, dude. So number 10. Yeah,
Nice.
not quite my. What is it? There's a line in there where he's like, they're playing everything exactly right. Have you seen it, Birdie?
I have not seen it, but Braden is trying to get me to watch it because he loves that movie as well. So, and plus it has people I really enjoyed in that movie with J.K. Simmons and Miles Turner. I gotta watch this movie. I hear nothing but excellent things.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, all right. So we are done with our number 10. We're gonna move on here to number 9, Brad.
B-Rad G.
Number 9 for me. You know what? This is a doozy of a flick, and it's honestly from a director that I could have almost filled in this whole top 10 with, but I chose to only go with a couple, and here's my first of the couple, and that's going to be Inception from Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this came out in what same year as Shutter Island.
I want to say 2009.
2009 or 2010, somewhere.
Here, I could look it up. I got it right here.
2011,
it came out
maybe
2010.
2010, somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah. It's just a very creative movie. You're talking about taking things from people's dreams and implanting ideas in people's dreams, and all that kind of cool stuff is great. I love dreams. It's always been just kind of a topic of interest for me, just because they're so mysterious or whatever, I guess. But Inception just kind of plays with the idea a little bit and goes deeper and deeper into these dreams and multiple levels of dream. It's just crazy. It's a wild ride. It's a world that was created solely, for this movie, I guess. But it has all these rules that it has to follow, the way it sets it up, and it does a great job of doing that and making it make sense for people. It could be something that's so complex that people walk out and they're like, what the fuck did I just watch? But it's laid out in such a way that everybody can pretty clearly understand what's going on, which makes it following the movie a lot easier. The characters are great. Leonardo DiCaprio is awesome lead here. But all the other characters, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and everybody else that's in this movie, Juno's in there. It's just a great ensemble cast that really pulls Tom Hardy too. That really just pulls this thing to to one of the best movies of all time. Definitely in the top 20 in the 21st century. Man, dude, I love the movie. Good music. Super tense at times, especially when they're multiple levels. And it gives it, what's cool is when they're so far in the dreamland and they're 3-4 layers deep, you got a dream within a dream within a dream. There's stakes. If you die at that point, you're going to be stuck in there forever in limbo. So it really kind of gives it that sense of urgency when they're in there doing stuff. I love it, man. Give me Inception here, number 9.
Dude, that's a great one. And also, too, when you mentioned the music, It's just you got so happy when you got to hear the Inception score being the very last thing that the Hans played at that concert we went to.
Oh, Time. Yeah, it was amazing. The music was fantastic, man. But there's some other good beats in there as well. But it's awesome.
Oh yeah, and one of those beats is going to be appearing later in my top 10 of top 10 21st century movies on my list. So I wonder what that's going to be. Dude, speaking of the Hans, man, I got you at number 9. We got to go on a little bit of the Fincher. Go Beyond the Sea.
Oh, here comes the weatherman. We're gonna see about the rain.
I spoke to the Greys down in Africa. Is that it?
I'm not sure what that has to do with my number 9, but I think you have heard of this. So my number 9 is going to be Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. Does
dun dun
what
dun 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 dun. Yeah, I love it.
No, dude, it's so fantastic. Just that classic score of here. I think it's called He's a Pirate. I think that's what that particular score is called. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Brad, since we got into more movie talk, like with between me and Brad and Chris, like Brad has taught me about just paying attention to world building in a movie. And then I thought about this movie, Pirates of the Caribbean. It just takes you just to such a world full of pirates, adventure, the costume design, the cast, everything is just so freaking phenomenal in this movie. And what really sets it for me too is the trailer for Pirates of the Caribbean. When it first came out, the first trailer, my all-time favorite trailer for any movie ever, because it sold me right then and there, like freaking skeleton pirates walking under the sea. Chris, you are so giggly tonight. Are you drunk already?
No, look, the chat are throwing out zingers, man. Look,
what you got for me?
Oh, sorry. Curse of the Black Pearl necklace. All right, they're cracking me up tonight. All right.
Okay, no, I just want to make sure you're having a good time.
You blame them, not me. This is actually, I think.
Well, I can't blame the chat. And plus, it's easier. You're my scapegoat.
Cinemax also had a Lord of the G Strings. So,
oh God. We'll get to Lord of the G-Strings later on in my list. But to finish off with Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp, to me, plays his absolute best character. I know he absolutely loves his character. We're going to get Jack Sparrow back here in the future, actually. So I'm looking forward to see what's next up for Captain Jack Sparrow. And I'm not talking about the Michael Bolton song, Jack Sparrow, because that's a totally different thing right there, but still entertaining and fun. Sparrow. But, wait, what? But Orlando Bloom is great here. Knightley is great. What's the villain's name? Barbossa's name. Is it the actor's name? Jeffrey Bush?
Yeah, Jeffrey Bush. Jeffrey Rush.
Yay! Oh, Rush. Damn it! I knew I was close on the last name, but yeah, he's just absolutely fantastic. So I love this movie so much. It's such a fun time. So go ahead and give me Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl at my number 9. And that's my only movie from Disneyland.
Good.
Chris, go ahead. Number 9.
You can tell your captain that I am disinclined to acquiesce his request. He said you'd say that. He also said if that be the case, then you'll be dining with the crew and you'll be naked.
Wait, aren't you supposed to be dead? Am I not? I could. That movie is so quotable too.
It is. Okay, so moving right along. Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't know you had something pulled up.
Oh no, all good. I was just pulling up some chats every now and then.
So number 9, moving right along, getting into a little Tarantino zone here. I did have this one higher, and I do feel like probably my number 9 through 6 or so is probably like interchangeable. I just happened to have it, listed this way. So for me, number 9, I'm going to say Inglourious Bastards. I think, this just might be my masterpiece.
The Bear Jew.
That's right. We're calling over the Bear Jew. He's going to take that baseball bat of his, and he's going to beat your ass to death with it. Also, just tons and tons of it's endlessly quotable. But some of the coolest characters, I think, too. Hans Landa and Aldo Rain. the Bear Jew, so many just classic moments, classic iconic characters. I really do think that it will probably, yeah. And each one of y'all owes me 100 Nazi scalps from 100 dead Nazis. So, it's just a great movie all around. Brad, what are you on up there, bud?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm having a good time, man. I'm having a good time.
Okay. I feel like I was getting some judgment coming down from you or something. I was like,
no. I was just kind of reworking my list a little bit. So
Well, no, he was thinking
okay.
about how randomly Eli Roth is the Bear Jew.
It was meant to be Adam Sandler. Did you know that?
I did not know
wasn't.
that. Shut the fuck up.
Could you imagine if he came out there with that Happy Gilmore
dog
swing with the bat, dude? Just
look it up,
whacking. That's fucking
Adam Sandler.
gold, man.
Adam Sandler was cast and then had to drop out last minute, and then he replaced him with so Blu-ray just said the same thing.
God.
Yeah,
that is absolutely insane. And of course,
what a fuck! This guy fucking skipped out on Inglourious Bastards for Funny People. Get the fuck out of here, man! What a fucking idiot!
Yeah. Fassbender too. I always forget about every time I watch it, which I am in love with Michael Fassbender. I mean,
I know you are.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't know if you guys have seen Shame or not. Buddy, man, proper thigh slapper on him. But I digress. But he's a great actor, and that was one of the first like smaller roles, that he had in like a big movie. And every time I watch it, I forget that he's in there, and he's so fucking good in it, man. So yeah, I love it.
And what about the villain, was it Christoph Waltz?
Waltz, yeah.
Yeah, dude, one of my all-time favorite villains from the 20th century or 21st century. Guarantee you, one of the great
ones. Won the Oscar, and that was his first introduction to like a big production, big role like that. But yeah, he absolutely killed it.
Hell yeah, dude. So, great pick with Inglourious Bastards. We named it in the top 25 of the actual 100 that was mentioned. And we got Frank Riker in the chat. What's going on there, Frank? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. I bet you're excited for Superman next week because Frank's a big Superman guy, especially Superman 2. So let me know, Frank, are you excited for Superman next week? So let's see here. All right, we are all good. So Brad, if you want to go ahead and go to your number Ocho.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do Ocho, and I'm going to throw out another quote and see if you guys can guess it, because I'm sure you can. Brett might be able to get this one, man. And the quote for this one's going to be, "I like the way you die, boy." Oh, come on.
God damn it, Django.
Yeah.
No.
If you guys
didn't
get that, I was about to say,
dude, I
quote.
No, I quit because
like,
I was just getting ready to say I was about to say Django Unchained. I was about to say it, and I was like, "Well, no." But that's where you said it. You fucking son of a bitch. You did a non-number team movie me at the end of the movie. You pulled that on me, you son of a bitch.
The Big House.
You gonna stay in the Big House?
I think I've seen that guy.
D is silent, hillbilly.
Look, here's the thing about this movie, man. You might could say it's my favorite Tarantino movie. Honestly, I think I have it over Inglourious Bastards personally. I love them both. I love all of his movies, but this is the one that just, I don't know, it resonated with me all the way across, man. First off, you got two fantastic performances: Jamie Foxx and once again Christoph Waltz. Christoph, I believe, got the Oscar in this one as well, if I'm not mistaken. And seeing Jamie Foxx go from like the slave to the gunslinger was fantastic. That transition of his character, seeing him in the first kind of scene of the movie where he's all chained up and stuff, and then by the end of the movie, he's just this badass going in there, whacking out the whole town. I love it, man. But you also have other performances that are great too. Leonardo DiCaprio with the whole skull scene at the dinner table, his monologue there where he cuts his hand, and the way the camera kept rolling, all that kind of stuff was just improv by him and made a really lasting. Go ahead, Chris.
No, and that was also kind of the first time that he had done any sort of villainous role like that, or really any character acting at all. He usually plays like the lead, the straight man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's kind of a departure for him because it's almost like a caricature of a stereotypical slave owner from the time. You know what I mean? Because his performance is so over the top.
Right.
All the way from his body language to the accent and everything is so over the top. So it's really actually a really big departure for him. If you remember at the time, he's done more work like that since, but at the time it was kind of like, what?
And he nailed it. And the camera work that kind of went with this character that also helped kind of give it that feel. Like I just remember that one. I forgot what somebody says something to him. They're out there like on the way to Candyland or whatever. Somebody says something to him. He's like, "Oh, I'll pay you this much for this guy," and it gets a zoom up on his face. You will? He's like, he gets all excited.
Yeah,
I love it, dude. He's
the intro zoom whenever they're in the boxing ring or whatever, you know, and he turns around and he pulls that fucking cigarette out of his mouth, and he's like,
"Oh God!" You know, it's one of those things that just tackles like one of the darkest times in American history, but it does it in such a way that's just entertaining. And it's just like, you know, but it's also still like, you know, given some empowerment to it at the same time as well. But it's also like just so like it just like you just can't not be entertained by everything going on. Leonardo just he's such a despicable person, but at the same time, he's such a fun character to watch. You know, it's a weird dichotomy that really only Tarantino could probably pull off at this level. But also like Samuel L. Jackson was great too. In his role as well. He just like, you know, he was Mr. Candy's right-hand man. And he was just like, you know, he's going to stay in the big house. You tell me he's going to stay in the big house.
Yeah. We quote that all the time.
Yeah.
The big house.
Yeah. It's great, dude. Like his act, like the way he just reacts to everything is fantastic. But yeah, I mean, the movie gets pretty dark, but it's also pretty like, I wouldn't say it's lighthearted, but it's just got that kind of self-awareness to it, I guess might be the best word. I don't know, but it's I got some, come on in here for some white cake. It's pretty good. It's just a great time. I love the movie.
White cake. Oh, Walt Goggins too. Walton Goggins is in there. He's the one who says the Django. Yeah, man.
Damn you, Django.
Incredible.
Got his
The D is silent.
dick shot off. Like it's so satisfying at the end too when Django starts blowing everybody away. All the assholes.
So good.
And
he rescues his girl, Carrie Washington. So
Brunhilde or whatever her name is. Yeah, when God, it's tense too at times. The dinner scene is tense as hell. And when Christoph Waltz finally has enough and he has that little gun up his sleeve, it's tense, man. It starts.
Yeah, let's shake on it.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's one of the best movies, definitely of the 21st century, and probably my favorite Tarantino movie, I would say. So give it to me, baby.
Well, I'm just disappointed you didn't bring up one thing quite yet. Well, I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
Yeah.
That whole scene was absolutely the funniest thing of the 21st century. Of course, randomly, Jonah Hill shows up too. It's like,
oh yeah, I
you
forgot about him
ungrateful
there.
sons of bitches! My wife spent hours making these eye holes.
I'm just asking.
I was like, I just fucked up my eye hole. Like, you didn't come it. Like, oh, it's just fucking hilarious. I need to rewatch that movie. Brad, way to go mentioning that movie.
And Christoph Waltz is just like the coolest motherfucker you've ever seen, man. He walks into that bar. Hey, man, can you pour me a beer? And he does a little thing, gets the foam off there, and he's just over there chilling. I need to see the sheriff, please. And dude goes and gets the sheriff, and he just blows him away. And he says, I need to see the marshal. Give me the marshal. We're duly appointed federal marshals.
Federal marshals. Fuck, man. We didn't even bring that up a second ago.
I know. I had to pull it up. But dude, yeah, he's a cool guy, man. I love it. One of the coolest characters, honestly, of all time is Christoph Waltz and Django.
Oh man, dude, way to go! I say I screwed my list, but anyway, Chris, you were going to say something?
Just as a quick aside, I can't remember what's the East Tennessee reference in Django.
I think they go through
one in the
Gatlinburg.
Glory of Bastards.
Oh, they had to go
in all of his movies. There's one really, but yeah, they go through Gatlinburg.
That okay. I couldn't remember what that one was. I know it's Chattanooga Lager and the other ones. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, because Inglorious Bastards was Chattanooga, Tennessee.
That's what I was thinking. Whatever. He's like, no, that's Maynardville. It's Chattanooga was
Once
Hateful
Upon a
Eight.
Time, was it?
Yeah, Chattanooga was Hateful Eight, and then it's just God. Now I'm gonna have to look it up later. But anything else on Django?
No, sorry, we've talked it to death. Let's go.
No, it's freaking awesome. We might have to do something with it. Let's see here. My number 8. This is a movie. This is a movie that kind of to me, in my opinion, really saved the theater during its time in not too long ago, a couple of years ago, actually, and they actually announced a sequel to that sequel movie. Chris, you should know this one. You helped me figure out that song for me to put on my playlist. Do you remember that song?
I
I
do.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah. Listen, we'll have to start fucking charging them, all right, if we're going to harmonize like this.
Well, that's
yeah,
very
we're-
true. So we better be careful with that. So my number 8 is going to be Top Gun Maverick. To me, in my opinion, this is the greatest sequel of all time. Because I'll be honest, I had no hopes for this movie. I thought I was like, well, okay, Top Gun, we did this in 84, and like what? Over close to 20, 25 years later, we're gonna like just do this movie for a sequel. How in the world are we gonna do a movie like that? It's like how? And then when we did it, when I saw the trailer, I was kind of jealous that Brad saw this movie in 4DX. Lucky son of a bitch, you.
That was a fun
Because-
time. But you could,
yeah.
hey, you should go see. I've heard F1 rivals it. If you go see F1 in 40X, it's a perfect use of 40X
man.
technology.
Dude, don't give me any fucking ideas because I want to see that movie so bad.
Yeah,
But,
I haven't. I don't. Yeah, I would. If you couldn't have seen Top Gun in 40X, do F1. Same director. It's. I've heard nothing but tremendous things. I would recommend it. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna have the opportunity, but you should.
All right, writing it on my list real quick because I'm taking my brother to go see it around his birthday, so I'm gonna try. Maybe I could convince him to do it in 4DX and to move around like a ride at Dollywood.
It was like Thunder Road.
Thunder Road. Or what about Barnstormer?
No,
Oh,
like
fuck
it.
you! I like
I used to like it.
Barnstormer.
but it ain't like Thunder Road though.
But nobody likes Booster. But yeah, to get back to Top Gun Maverick, though, to me, I think it's the greatest sequel of the 21st century. It just does everything you want in a sequel movie. It doubles everything. Double characters, double story, double the airplane action.
Double D's.
Yeah, D's nuts.
Actually, no. There was a real lack of TNA
Double
in there.
D's.
Yeah.
Well, but like, it's just, again, it's great. And plus, Miles Turner was freaking phenomenal in this movie. Tom Cruise, it's Tom Cruise, man. He's like the king of cinema right there, of like packing that theater with all of his action stunts, being one of the most very crucial action stars of all time. Action acting stars of all time. Yeah, there we go. Before Chris gets me right there. And of course, I have to make note of this because I always thought Jennifer Connelly was just really cute and adorable. In this movie in particular, she was just a stone cold fox, dude. Like, I was like, welcome back, Jennifer Connelly. Where the hell have you been all my life? I just want to give a special shout out to that. But yeah, most importantly of all, just the airplane sequences, the action, and just the tension that you feel in that theater. Like, again, like if you Brad did it to better than all of us, 4DX. But if you had a chance to listen to it in Dolby, that's just a good second place right there too. That's what I did, was in Dolby, and that sound of the jets and everything. It's just a theater experience I will always remember, always be in my probably top 5 movie theater experiences of all time with this movie. This movie saved cinema during a time where like cinema was not doing very good post-COVID or post-global bastard, but Top Gun Maverick saved it. It's a classic movie. Love this movie. Number 8, Top Gun Maverick.
Good pick.
Very cool. Yeah, good solid pick. Okay, moving right along on my list. Moving on up. Number 8 on mine, and there again, I feel like there's a lot of these that are a little bit interchangeable for me, so this is really just a number. But for me, number 8, I've got The Social Network. I could have maybe
what a chain yanker, dude.
You don't like Social Network?
Does it look like I'm a guy that likes Jesse Eisenberg?
Oh yeah, I forget all about that shit. Well, I'm not the biggest Jesse Eisenberg fan either, but I do love David Fincher, one of my favorites of all time, and I think that it was absolutely incredible that they found a way to take this story at the time, which the social media wasn't even anywhere near as big as it is now in 2010, and still find a way to make it like one of the best dramas, of the 21st century so far. So I think it was an important story, and I think that the performances were good, and it was just always blew my mind. They found such a way to keep you engaged throughout the whole thing, the way the cutting is, the nonlinear structure of it, and things like that. And then also Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. This was the first time that they did a score for a Fincher film, which they've done all since then. But if you guys know, that's the two members of Nine Inch Nails, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they'd been like an industrial.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they had been an industrial rock band, which, I mean, they're still touring now, still making music, but they had only done music during that time, and Fincher had directed some of their music videos and got them to come in and do the score for The Social Network, which they ended up winning the Oscar for. Atticus Rick Ross, baby. every day I'm shuffling, but Net Squirt. Hey man, that's another one that goes up there with Train to Bussy and whatever it was that Birdie said a minute ago.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't think there's at all.
Golly.
But even Justin Timberlake was great in that movie, and the score is great. The visual quality of it is absolutely fantastic, as with all Fincher stuff. So yeah, Social Network for me, number 8.
And Andrew Garfield being a good prick in the movie too.
No, Andrew Garfield was the good guy.
I thought he was the bad guy.
No, it's Jesse Eisenberg and Justin Timberlake fucked him over in the end.
Oh, okay. See, it's been a while since I watched Social Network, but I do remember loving the hell out of that movie.
It actually is a pretty good movie. I haven't seen it since it came out, but it's Jesse Eisenberg just turns me away, man. I hate that motherfucker. Him and Timothy Chalamet could start a boy band together for all I care, and go off and tour and never do a movie again. Like, I just wouldn't care. But anyway, all right. I guess I'll move on to number 7 now, Birdie. Is that right?
But what if it was a punk? What if it was a punk band called the Unshaved Pubes?
I can guarantee you, those guys shave pubes for sure. They're just like that. Like, they probably shave their armpits, which is fine. I think that's a good plan. I like doing it too. But it's just like those guys don't have unshaved pubes.
You think they're waxed from their chest all the way down to their beehole?
100%. They're dolphin smooth, buddy. Dolphin smooth, man. Like, as Martin Lawrence, like a baby's butt, or whatever he says in there. Anyway,
smooth as a baby's bottom.
Yeah.
Real quick, nice. Brad. Real quick, Herbert, what's going on, man? Saying, hey, Good Real Hunting, Brentman, Brad, and your guest. Well, Chris is not our guest. He is a part of the Good Real Hunting team. So what's going on there, Herbert? Hopefully all is going well. And we also have boho waxers.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's probably even better.
Yeah, I don't go as far as do that, but I bet Timothy Chalamet and actually, you know what? Jesse Eisenberg probably has large amounts of pubic hair, I would say. I think that guy doesn't shave.
Moving
anything.
on from pubic hairs, we need to go to
no. We just got this started. You think that he's
that's on
he has a Jufro all the way down to his balls?
I think he could. I think he could make a monster Midsommar pie, dude. I think he could do it.
That is
man.
our real OnlyFans page. So you're wrong channel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We will save this.
If we're to rank the top 10
hunting.
pubic hairs from actors, I think Timothy's smooth, Dave, but Jesse Eisenberg is a hairy motherfucker. I bet. You remember the mustache from that guy? Or he didn't have a mustache. Whatever. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to number 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna do.
Hey, let me tell you who else has got long pubes. No, I'm kidding.
No, that was a Chris. I had to put you back in the box.
Okay. Let me give you number 7 here, man. I'm gonna introduce it via quote again, Birdie. If you don't get this, I'm gonna give you a sweet chin music next time I see you.
Okay.
And here's the quote: "It's not the plane, it's the pilot." Oh, I am tuning up the band, dude. I am tuning up the band.
No. Say the quote one more time.
It's not the plane, it's the pilot.
Fuck.
I'll be honest, man. I'm not. Am I supposed to get this? I mean, you called out Birdie, so I'm guessing.
Yeah, like
I
feel like a piece of shit. Like,
okay, well, it's Top Gun Maverick. So,
okay.
aka Brett's number 8. Top Gun Maverick, though, you said everything. It kind of saved the movie theater experience. I guess a lot of people came back to the theaters to see this movie. It was the kind of that pinnacle blockbuster that it does a great job of balancing nostalgia and modernization. I think. I mean, it's one of the it's basically a remake of the first movie, but it adds a plot, which is important because the first movie didn't really have one. It was just kind of like people at school, and at the end they shoehorned in this whole little conflict that was 5 minutes. But this movie had an actual plot, an actual goal, an actual sense of urgency for the people in the Top Gun school, which I think was a very important aspect to it and added a lot more urgency to everything going on. Combine that with the amazing visuals, the amazing stunts, how everything was filmed in these jets and everything to make things look real and feel real, because it was real, was a really incredible theater experience. I saw it a couple times in theaters. First time was in regular, or it might have been Dolby or IMAX or something, but then the second time was 4DX, like Brett said. But even the first time I saw the movie in the regular theater without my seats moving, I left sweating. That's how intense this movie is when they're fucking in these jets, like going up and trying to drop bombs on things and stuff. It's epic as hell in that sense. It feels like a ride, even when you're not in 4DX. So, adding that extra layer of 4DX just added more elements to it. Of course, you're getting wet, moisture's flying around, you're getting kicked in the back, all kinds of cool stuff's going on. But the practical stunt work here, bar none, one of the best examples that we ever saw. Herbert said Val Kilmer's last on-screen performance, add that notch to the belt too, because it was. They had a really tricky situation with Val Kilmer. He couldn't talk at all. They got him in there. And they made it work. They tied his situation into the story, to the character. It made sense. It wasn't like let's force Val Kilmer kind of into this thing. Everything made sense. Added a little emotional aspect to it, which was great.
Yeah, it was really impactful. His reprisal of that role was pretty impactful in there too. Yeah,
it was great. And you just felt great for Val Kilmer too. Like for him to come back and reprise one of his most famous roles and do it kind of with and do it with some grace too, I thought was a really good way to send him off. R.I.P. Val Kilmer, but it was a really good thing for him to do. Also love the mentor dynamic with Brewster and Maverick as well, kind of tying back to the Goose incident in the first movie, making that the big plot point of this. And really, Hans Zimmer did the score here as well. Fantastic music throughout. Gives you goosebumps. I mean, it's fantastic. And I know was great too when they're playing a little ball.
Of course, we got Danger Zone.
And really too, of course. Really too, I think this is one of the most rewatchable movies of the 21st century. This is one that you can watch anytime. It's super entertaining. It's paced super well. Like the whole movie, you're basically on the edge of your seat. But it throws in some fun moments too to kind of break the tension from time to time. So it's one of those movies for me that I've probably watched amongst the most on my list, just because it's such a fun, thriller that's just with awesome visuals that you can never turn away from. So give me Top Gun Maverick at number 7, please.
You got it. I will give that to you for your number 7. So going into my number 7, I'll give a little hint. It's behind Brad.
I know this one. Top Gun Maverick.
I already did at my number 8. I thought about that clue. Damn it.
I know.
But it's also on behind Brad too.
It's got to be Terrifier. 7. It's the only thing that has come out. Because the rest of it's just The Shining.
I'm not saying it's the movie. It's just that's just your hint. It's what's behind Brad.
Oh, The Shelf.
No.
Oh.
Brad looked to his right, but Brad looked to your left.
What's
on your wall?
Halloween Ends.
No, fuck no.
Yes, finally some love.
No.
I appreciate it.
No, damn it. Okay, see now we're even, Brad, because I was referring to that Rocky and Apollo Creed picture back there, because my number 7 is Creed.
Oh, okay.
Because God, what
a
freaking
Creed. You're a weirdo.
I'm a creep.
But man,
I'm
but what?
a bagel. All right, I'm done with it. Go on.
So, but yeah, my number 7 is Creed, and this movie is just absolutely phenomenal. I just love the story of Adonis, just what his life goes like from at the beginning of the movie all the way to the end. Just that transformation of his character and the growth of that character is just absolutely amazing. And plus, what's such a great idea to kind of get out of the world of Rocky while still having that Rocky feel to the movie. So Sylvester Stallone, one of his absolute greatest acting performances was in Creed as well, being Adonis's teacher, having that bond, like sharing that bond within each other with Apollo Creed, introducing kind of like the mother being against the whole fighting thing for Adonis. But it's just, again, you can't take the fighter out of somebody. It's in your blood as a warrior and a fighter. And the score of this movie, especially that one scene where Adonis is running in the streets, outrunning the motorcycles and everything. That whole score scene is absolutely freaking epic. So it's just, this movie is just absolutely phenomenal. I love it. Definitely, probably my favorite boxing movie of all time. Just phenomenal. Number 7 is Creed.
Nice.
Love it. Love the pick, Birdie. Love it.
All right, man.
Yeah, Brett, I think
And
you're
yes,
tickle your
Herbert-
fancy on that one.
Herbert's right, man. Stallone was absolutely robbed.
Big
for Best
time.
Supporting Actor. And
Oh, yeah.
Because he was phenomenal.
He won the Golden Globe, but he lost
know,
the
man.
Oscar, and that was
He should have
that-
won the
that
Golden
pissed-
Glove too.
You know, that is one of the top up there. The only bigger snub robbery than that is when Michael Keaton lost for Birdman. They gave it to fucking Eddie Redmayne for, I think it was the Theory of Everything or the Danish Girl. And I enjoy Eddie Redmayne, but Michael Keaton, Birdman was absolutely fucking phenomenal. And actually, now that I've said that, that probably should have been on my fucking list. I love that movie.
There's still time.
Oh, but it's not on. We could only pick from the list that you provided, right? That's correct.
Negative. It could be any movie from the.
It
20s.
could be any
What?
movie.
Now
Yeah.
wait just a GD fucking minute.
Brad-
This changes everything.
Yeah, Brad even sent in the text. It's like, is this just for on that list or is it actually our own personal? I was like, let's go with our own personal.
Well, shit on a chicken.
Hey,
Well, I've
still
already-
great movies you're mentioning. So
Hey, you know what? Let's just get past it, dude. I've already made the list. I'm not going back through the whole rigmarole.
we'll try it in another century. I'm sorry.
Okay. So what are we at?
Movies would be good though.
Huh?
For when we did the horror movie tournament, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
Don't
you'll be
worry about it.
golden.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
worry about it.
So let's do number 7. And I'm battling with myself here, man, but this is just where it fell. I'm gonna say number 7. Yeah, I've got to, man. I you know what? I'm arguing with myself over here, but for me, number 7 is The Dark Knight. I could easily have this one a little bit higher and maybe move some things around, but it just kind of fell where it fell. So it's going to be The Dark Knight for me. I mean, it's the greatest comic book movie ever made. Also, just it's the best Batman movie ever made, the best comic book movie. It's just such a great crime movie in its own right, even without those two aspects attached to it. It's one of the best performances in the world from Heath Ledger as the Joker, and it just narratively speaking, as a story, as a script in its own right, is absolutely phenomenal. Not to mention, the cinematography, Christopher Nolan's direction, and Hans's score. When we saw Hans live, man, I mean, it's I don't know. The two biggest cheers were when they played the Dark Knight theme and the Pirates of the Caribbean theme.
Right.
So I mean, it's just
And Lion King.
It's just I forgot the Lion King was there. So hey, I'm not gonna get into it. But the Dark Knight is absolutely fantastic, man.
Hell yeah, dude! That is a great number 7, my friend. That is a great.
Do you remember that Hans Zimmer concert? Like whenever they started playing that Dark Knight theme, and you had the bats flying around everywhere. That shit was crazy. Man.
The visuals.
Yeah, dude.
Bang.
Because the drums kicked in for a while, and it was just drums and guitar, and then it gives into that swell of that sort of off-key cello.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how's that going, Birdie? Did you ever get her number?
No. It didn't work out.
Hey, it's
Nice.
never too late. It could, it could still happen. It could still happen.
She got me with some asshole with a username of C Galloway. Like I don't know.
You kidding me? I told her I wasn't interested.
You son of a bitch. Anyways, we're going to be professional. So sorry, podcasters. We're going to be professional here. So Brad, go ahead and go your number 6.
Now I'm going to do my number 6.
And if you hear fireworks in the background, assholes are already shooting off fireworks already. So sorry.
Hey, it's fine. It's the 4th of July. Okay, here we go. I don't know what I just said. I'm going to introduce this via another quote, Birdie. And if you don't get this, I'm going to be pretty mad. Here's the quote. You're not a mistake. You're your father's son and you're part of him.
Oh my God. I heard that. I heard that quote. Iron Man?
No, it's fucking Creed.
Con Air, baby.
It's Creed.
Dude, you're fucking tricking my ass right now.
It's not tricking. These are your favorite movies, Birdie. Come on.
Well,
I've only seen Creed.
It's been a while since I've seen them, but like I just know them like of my experience with them.
No, I got you, man. I hear you. Quotes are hard sometimes, man, especially if you're not, if you hadn't seen the movie in a minute or whatever.
Right.
It's not top of mind. I got you, man. It's no biggie. I'm just giving you a hard time. But Creed is a movie. When they first announced it, I said, "Oh boy," because I'm a huge Rocky fan. A little behind the scenes, like that. That's my favorite movie for of all time, kind of in that territory, at least in that ballpark. And when they announced, and the whole franchise I love, but when they announced Creed, I said, "Oh boy," I said, "This is a cash grab if I've ever heard one." They're just trying to revive this franchise, and Stallone's too old to do it, so they're just trying to do something and tie it in. And it came out, and it was beautiful. Like I did not expect it to be a good movie, and it came out, and I was blown away. Now, granted, I didn't really know much about Ryan Coogler at the time, so when he was announced as director, like I didn't realize who it was.
Oh, I forgot he did it.
He did. I never realized it was Fruitvale Station. Like I never saw the movie before that. I still haven't actually. I need to. But it came out, and I was just like the opening 5 minutes when he's in that juvenile detention center. It just grasped me, man, and I was held into it, and I was so invested in what was going on that I just was like, man, this is actually a really good movie. Because that's the same year Star Wars: Force Awakens came out, and that was where all my anticipation was. That's what I couldn't wait for anything but Star Wars. I was so pumped up. I counted down the minutes for that movie to come out, and Creed was like an afterthought. But it came out about a month before Star Wars, and I remember going to the theater, be like, "Oh, here we go," and I loved it. It was awesome. Like you were talking about Adonis Creed and all that, and how good Michael B. Jordan was, but in many regards, kind of like how Stallone is Rocky in those movies. Michael B. Jordan is Adonis Creed. He brings out his charisma and vulnerability, and he becomes that character in this movie. And you don't really see Michael B. Jordan in the role. You see Adonis Creed, and that's the same thing I see about Stallone in the Rocky movies. It's a deeply human movie. Oscar nominated, like you said, for Stallone, robbed because he was so he's just such a good, especially later in his career, he's such a good version of himself. And from a narrative standpoint, it's really a remake of Rocky, and that's, I think, why I love it so much. I think beat for beat, really, it is Rocky remade in a modern way with a different character while still tying into that same initial run of movies. So, but it doesn't. Like it wasn't obviously marketed as a remake because it's a different, it's still connected, but it is, and it does a great job of modernizing that story. And you look at the camera work throughout. You have that fight in the middle. That's just a one take fight, which is beautiful.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. The music kicks ass as well. Still, I think it's probably the best music of the Creed trilogy.
Agreed.
The workout sequences and everything was really kick ass, and just seeing that kind of bond grow between Rocky Balboa and Adonis Creed was magical. Rocky kind of steps into that Mickey role in this movie, which is a full circle moment for the franchise, which is awesome as hell. And you get to see Adonis live up to the Creed name and continue that on, and take pride in it by the end of the movie. At first, he doesn't want to be Creed; he wants to be Adonis, or whatever. But at the end, he's wearing the Creed name and he rocks it. And it, basically created a whole other franchise within the franchise. So give it to me. I love it. And it's also one of the most rewatched movies again that I've seen in this list.
Nice, dude. Great minds think alike, right? Zodiac C, because he brought up how our lists are kind of matching, which I'm kind of surprised how close they're matching now. It's just I'm like a little step ahead of him, and
That's
that might
this
be
is so cute.
Gosh. So here we go with my number 6.
Home now. Sorry.
Let's see if we can hold that. Sorry, I saw that TikTok video of like someone riding a roller coaster screaming, "Home now." But anyway, so let me get to my number 6 here, and let's see if we can continue that little streak between me and Brad. My number 6, I have to, of course, include a James Bond movie. It's going to be Casino Royale. I think.
Buddy.
This is my all-time favorite Bond movie. I absolutely adore this movie. It's like close to a near-perfect action movie with such an iconic action character. The opening intro, freaking excellent. You know my name. You know my name. Oh, it's so great. We got beautiful Bond girls in there. We got freaking oh my gosh, what's the name of the villain? Not the name of the villain, but the actor.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, Mads. Yeah, the Mads, man. That's what we call it, the Mads. Yeah, he was freaking an excellent Bond villain in this one. Like, he didn't have to do much, but you could just tell that guy means just serious business. Thank you, Zodiac C, with Mads right there. Just great action scenes. The scene where like the car flips and all that, I thought that was just beautiful cinematography right there. Of course, if you're a male, if you're listening to this or you're watching us on YouTube right now, you know the freaking scene where he gets his balls get massacred. More bluer than Chris on a 3-day binge. That's how freaking bruised up his balls were right there.
Nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them plums down the market.
Down the farmer's market. But yeah, I'm sure Brad's going to talk more about it here. I just little setup there, but yeah, I just love this. I think Daniel Craig is indeed the perfect Bond. James Bond. I think he's the perfect Bond ever. Just rough edge. He's definitely stands out other than the ever Bonds. He has great movies, but this one in particular from 2006, James Bond, Casino Royale, is on there at my number 6.
I love it, Birdie.
Very
I
cool.
love it.
I'm gonna tell you, boys, I'm fucking distraught here, man. I mean, I really thought that whenever you showed this list that we were confined to choosing from this list, which is an idea that I kind of liked because you don't have to. It's only these 100 movies.
Well,
that we
I'm kind
have
of glad because I've only.
Here's what I would say,
like
Chris.
5.
You know
Here's what I would say,
But
Chris. I would say,
Yeah.
pay attention to the group chat. You wouldn't have these problems.
No, I'm not Birdie. I'm not pandering to the fucking chat. All right, just picking.
I didn't
all
say the
movies
chat.
that
I said the
think-
group chat.
The group chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Listen, you guys go on these tears of 20 or 25 messages at a time, and I'm at work. I don't get to go through all of them.
Well, okay, Brad and Chris. Every time, like, I'm actually doing something important, you all do the 25 messages. So,
Here's the thing. It's my bad, really, because every time I have a thought that I have to do it in 3-4 text messages minimum. Because I just I type it as I think it, so it just comes out like that.
Well, I'm changing one of mine up right here. I actually had this, and I was like, man, I don't, and it's even on this list, but it was way down there, and I was like, I'm not gonna fuck with it. But then, yeah, I'm gonna move one thing around here. So I'm gonna say, what are we on, number 6 now?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not changing it. It's my list. It's already done, so we're doing it this way. So for me, number 6 is Inception. And I will just echo all the things that Brad already said. I think it's one of the most wildly inventive movies that have come out in the last several years. I mean, honestly, the fact that it got made with the budget that it did is absolutely crazy. And the fact that they were able to pull off the effects that they did in 2010, because that shit still very much holds up today, probably mostly due to the fact that they shot as most of it as practically as they could, probably. And aided that, but yeah, I mean, it still holds up to this day. And Brad already went through the whole rigmarole, so I won't waste a whole lot of time on it. And I will say it's almost like a duel. We were talking about Train to Bussy and the other ones. So there's also Skinception that I will say is almost kind of tied for the same thing. The all out adult Dream for All. But yeah, that's Inception for me, number 6. Let's go.
Nice. So let's go ahead and go to our number 5. We're finally into the top 5. So this is always get good and juicy like the plums. So Brad, number 5.
I think this is. Oh, you know what? Let me introduce via quote again. Let's do that. Birdie, if you don't get this, I'm gonna be mad at you, man.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep saying that every time.
Third time's the
until you get
charm.
one right.
Third time's the charm. Let's do it.
Here we go. The world's a hungry place and a dark place.
Casino Royale.
No, are you get the fuck out of here?
You
with
tricked
that
me
bullshit.
again.
No, I didn't trick you. You fell for it, but I didn't trick you. Okay,
You
that
tricked
one.
me like
Okay,
Drew Barrymore in Scream.
but I could see why you wouldn't get it. Chris, you have any guesses or no?
What was the quote again? Hit me with it.
The
Hard and
world's
soft.
the world's a hungry place. No, wait. Hold on, sorry. The world's a hungry place and a dark place.
The Dark Knight.
It's a tough one. This one's
Bird Box.
Hey, Bird Box. Get the fuck out of here. Go wipe your ass with floss, dude. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. Here's the plan. Here's what I'm going to talk about. This is my only horror movie of the list, I think. Dr. Sleep. Okay, from 2019. Mike Flanagan.
I remember the scene.
Yeah. Love the hell out of the movie, obviously, because you guys know I love The Shining. It's right over there.
Mhm.
One of my favorite movies of all time. This movie was an impactful sequel to that. And, I've talked about this before many, many times. It does a tremendous job of balancing The Shining, the Kubrick version, and the Dr. Sleep novel that is written by Stephen King, which follows his novel, The Shining, which is vastly different from Dr. Sleep. It does a great job of putting those things together. And really, I don't know if anybody could have done this, but Mike Flanagan successfully kind of blended those two, made them both canon in their own way. It's quite amazing because the Shining book obviously varies quite a bit from the movie, but this makes sense. Obviously, Ewan McGregor comes in as Danny Boy, as Danny Torrance, and honestly, it's a casting I didn't know I needed until I saw it. It's one of those things. It's like Ewan McGregor doesn't do that much anymore. You don't see him pop up, especially in lead roles for big movies like this. But he comes in as Danny Torrance and just steals the show. It's fantastic. I love it. I think it's just it's a great performance by him. And if you were to rank, I think the top, however many villains, especially horror villains, in the 2000s or 2010s or whatever, Rose the Hat's pretty near the top of that, played by Rebecca Ferguson. Fantastic villain. One of the most underrated villains too. Nobody really ever talks about her that much. And this movie in general, I keep saying, and I'll stand on that hill all day. It's one of the most underrated movies of all time. Bombed at the box office. They had more story they were going to tell. They were going to do a sequel to this, but it didn't make any money. It bombed for whatever reason. And
it's
so
that one scene, Brad. That was it. They heard about that one scene with the kid.
Yeah, the baseball boy and all that. But I don't think
it
that
was
was
the most important scene. That's the thing.
No, I love what they did with the scene, and I don't think that's necessarily why it bombed, but it bombed just because people didn't know. Dr. Sleep in general is just not that talked. The book, I mean, nobody really talks about the book either. It's not like a classic fucking Stephen King novel that so many others are.
Yeah, when it came out, it kind of released and then kind of disappeared into the ether. You know what I mean? It wasn't really a book that was talked about a lot or anything like that. But yeah, I agree. It was a great blend. Also, Zon McLarnon, who did Crow Daddy, was a great performance as well, I think.
100%. Oh, Crow Daddy, man. Zodiac said underrated. That's fine, but better than The Shining. I never said it was better than The Shining. I prefer The Shining more.
I say it's better
Dr.
than The Shining, so that's me.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily agree with that, but it's right up there with it. I think it's one of those that's just right up there. It's not far behind it, and it's a fantastic sequel. It doesn't really try to do fan service. It does a little bit at the end when you go back to the Overlook, but I just think that's beautiful and just a great nostalgic run there of the last 10, 15, 20 minutes of the movie, maybe, or whatever it is. But it's not really that big of a part of the movie. Like the movie's if you watch the director's cut, it's a 3-hour movie, and you get maybe 20 minutes at the overlook. I mean, it builds up to it. But it's such a good story. And when you watch that director's cut and it's broken up into the chapters, it feels like you're reading a novel almost because of how it's broken up and stuff. And I love the book for this too. I thought it was really well done. I think overall this story, nobody really asked for a Shining sequel, but the story came out and it's just a solid story about trauma and recovery and how the past will come back and bite you in the ass and all that kind of cool stuff. I love it, dude. Give it to me. And Mike Flanagan does a beautiful job directing this thing.
I wish I can do my list again because I feel like a little idiot leaving off Dr. Sleep. So fuck. But I'm glad you mentioned it, Brad. So you saved it. You saved it for me. So good pick right there. Number 5 for me. Definitely this could be actually the best action movie I've ever seen in my whole life because it's just all gas and no break. That's what Jacob Fatu in WWE says, but it could really be best described for this movie. And I'll give you all a little competition with a little quote. What a lovely day.
Lovely day.
Have you seen this movie, Brett?
I have seen this movie. I remember I prepped and watched it on a Best Action Movies of All Time tournament.
Oh, that's right.
Real
Yeah,
March
we
Madness.
did that last. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So these guys know. I'll let you all know. My number 5, it's actually was mentioned on the top 100 list. Mad Max Fury Road. My God, this movie does not take a break. It is an action movie from start to finish. What is it? What, a 2.5-hour movie? It was just nonstop action. Tom Hardy, freaking excellent. Charlene Theron, is that her name?
Charlie.
Yeah. Charlene Theron.
There we go. That bald chick in the movie playing Furiosa, which, by the way, another most criminally underrated movie of all time, Furiosa. So if you have not seen Furiosa, please go watch that movie because that bombed in the box office for no reason. So that's a shame. But yeah, this movie is phenomenal. Just again, the world building of this world of Mad Max was just truly interesting and engaging with these particular characters with their vehicles. We had that one with the guitar, with the fire and the stereos and everything. That was awesome. The costume design.
Oh, the Nerdy Man.
Oh yeah, and plus having that good old fashioned spray with the mouth, like Nicholas Hoult, which that was the guy goes, "What a lovely day!" Like, just this movie is phenomenal. The action is just nonstop. It's perfect action. It's not over the top. It's just perfectly built for this world of Mad Max. Definitely want to rewatch it now because it's so damn awesome. And then there was one other thing I wanted to quote on this. Oh, of course, the main bad guy with the big white hair and all that. With just that look alone, it's just you do not want to fuck with that dude. Just love this movie, Mad Max Fury Road, number 5.
I like it, Birdie. I didn't expect to see this on your list.
I know, I didn't either.
It was hard for me not to put it on there, but I just...
Plus, it just won hundreds and hundreds of Academy Awards, too. But
practical effects, man. I mean,
I didn't see the part where we didn't have to select from this list. I'm going to jump off a balcony.
Read the text.
But you know what? We're stuck with it now. We're on with it.
I'm gonna start tagging your ass in every text message. At Chris.
Listen, man. So we're moving along. Number 5 for me, coming in strong. I actually think I'm gonna redo these two right here. I think, yeah. So for me, number 5, a movie I saw in theaters when it initially came out. And it still gets me every time. I think I cry every time I fucking watch this movie. It's, you know what? You guys been doing the little quotes. So see if you guys can get this one.
Chris, I don't know any porn quotes.
How about this one? Are you not entertained?
Gladiator.
See, that's
Damn.
interesting though. That's interesting though because we didn't include the 2000s per Google, but it was
But
on the
Brad,
list.
but
It was
because
on the
of
list.
Brad.
It was
It
on
made
the
the
official
list.
list. Yeah.
So give me Gladiator, man. I mean, I think it's just one of the great, just one of the great movies of the early 2000s, man. It still holds up. I never even finished Gladiator 2. I hear that it's good, but I just could not get there. It's just one of those that just absolutely did not need a sequel at all. But the original still holds up to this day. And like I said, I mean, I think it's just great performances all around, great story. Oh, and the lady that did the vocalizing at the Hans
Yeah.
show, man.
She was
Oh,
incredible.
How magical.
God.
How magical.
Yeah, dude, she was fantastic.
Or whatever. it was.
Yeah. So just so much good shit to love about Gladiator, man. That's my number 5.
Love the
Yeah,
pick.
and her screen and her music right there would be in the background of every sex tape I do in the future.
Coming to Good Real Humping very soon.
Hashtag. No, I'm just kidding. So, Brad, go ahead. Go with Chris. Actually, you love to say this word a lot. What number are we at now, Chris?
We are on number 4.
Chris,
Y'all.
I gave you one job, so we're at
Flood.
number 4.
Numero fiel.
But don't hold it. Don't remember. Don't hold the 3 like that. Hold it. No, don't hold the 3 like
Yeah.
that.
This is the
Hold it like-
German 3.
Yeah, you gotta do it the German way. Okay, here we go. Number 3 for me. I'm gonna drop
Number
another
4.
quote. Or number 4. Sorry, I'm gonna drop another quote, Birdie. If you don't get this, I'm gonna be really mad. My name is Baldino, and I like milk in my coffee.
Borat?
No,
Borat. That's exactly what my mind instantly. I mean, that's Borat voice if I've ever heard
He
it.
really sounded like Ajimaj.
I don't think that was a real quote from the movie, but it happened. The quote I think I'm gonna give you a really easy one. I am vengeance.
The Dark Knight.
No,
The Batman Begins.
The Batman.
no. Thank you, Chris. Finally, somebody gets a
Oh.
quote. This is the Batman 2022, Matt Reeves. You guys knew it was coming. If you guys have followed the channel for years, you know that I loved this movie. I loved finally seeing the detective version of Batman. That was the big thing for me. And I love the fact that the Batman was the Batman for 90% of this movie, I think. I mean, we saw a little Bruce Wayne in there, but for the most part, when we saw Batman on screen, it was Batman, which I loved the hell out of that. And I love this is the best Gotham we've ever seen on screen, hands down. I think now we got a great Gotham back in 1980 with Batman 89 or Batman 89. That was a good Gotham as well. But I think this one is the most like kind of just lived in, real feeling Gotham that we've ever seen. So I love it for that. The way that it's raining the whole time kind of gives you 7 vibes. And the movie in general gives you 7 vibes. And I think that was, actually, I know that was inspiration for the movie was to kind of follow that 7 formula, which is another one of my favorite movies of all time. Which is probably a good reason why I love that. But it just feels like such a grimy world Gotham does, which is exactly what I kind of think of when I think of Gotham. When I play the games, the Arkham games, I think, this kind of matches that to an extent. So I love it. Paul Dano is playing the Riddler, and it gives it this kind of grounded, dirty, like, serial killer kind of vibe to the Riddler, which I think was just, really needed. Which fits that kind of 7 True Detective kind of vibe to a T, which I think I loved it. But the movie's dark, it's moody, it's PG-13, but I wish they would have rated it R and just went a little bit deeper with it. But at the same day, for a Batman movie, for something that's like your mainstream audience, here you go. More dark than I ever would have imagined. So I appreciate it for that. I think it fits the Batman world really well. You got severed thumbs in here. You got, corrupt politicians in the whole 9 yards. It's great. The whole ensemble cast was great too. I love, everybody they pulled in there to
Colin Farrell's Penguin.
Colin Farrell's Penguin, which spawned the show, which was fantastic.
The show was
Oh
great.
my
You don't need
gosh.
to watch the show, but
Birdie,
Well, somebody has me watching Survivor right now, and I'm having a great time with it.
Touche. Keep doing that. All right, but the Penguin was great too, though. And they finally just announced that the script is finished for Batman 2, which has me stoked. Finally, we're moving in the direction of positivity here with the franchise. But this is the Batman that I love, though. Dark, gritty, and moving forward. So give me the Batman at number 4.
That is a great number fear, my friend. And I respect that, man. I respect that, Batman. I know that's your kind of Batman. So very good one. But Brad, I'm about to make you proud. You know what? I'll even make Chris proud too. My number 4 is Interstellar. Because you all have not stopped talking about this movie when we were and yeah, actually, this is a real quote. You cannot come with us to Hans Zimmer concert until you watch Interstellar. And I'm like, well, I kind of bought the tickets. I'm not so sure about that. But they're my bros. I watch Interstellar, and that movie fucking tore me up a new asshole emotionally. No, it really did.
They tore up your asshole like Taco Bell would on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. God, those Wednesday Taco Bells, man, they're deadly. But seriously, emotional roller coaster in Interstellar. The freaking score, that's like the highlight of the whole entire movie is the cinematography, the score. All of it was just great. And of course, in my opinion, this was Matthew McConaughey's greatest performance. God, I was good in that movie. But like that's my sorry podcasters, that's my McConaughey accent. It's terrible, I know, but the movie is just absolutely great. He just sells emotion like I've never seen an actor sell emotion in my entire life. So I really love to ask, if I ever meet Matthew McConaughey, my first question would be, what freaking mindset did you have to go to in order to cry like that? Like, I have to think about it. It's probably going, I saw those good real humping sex tapes, man. It's emotionally beautiful.
Fernando was getting deep. Okay. All right. Anyway,
Yeah, Fernando.
All right.
All right, Pete Fernando. But no, seriously, folks, just to recap, the score fantastic, cinematography fantastic, Matthew McConaughey's absolute best performance ever. And just that third act, I was like on the edge of my seat like this, just wanting something good to happen. And it's just phenomenal. I could maybe talk about this for a whole another 30 minutes, but we don't have that kind of much time. So number 4, Interstellar.
I love it.
All right. Interesting. Now we get to a little back and forthies here because my number 4 is also Interstellar.
Nice.
For all the same reasons that you said. Actually, Brad and I, we weren't able to get the 70 mil print. It didn't come anywhere close enough, but we were able to catch the LIMAX, the digital IMAX, which we got to go.
Next time we're going to do it, though.
Oh, yeah. If it,
or how about this? We got to go for the Odyssey.
There's an Alamo, just saying, there's an Alamo Draft House up in Indiana, up in Indianapolis, I should say.
We're going, Brad. I will take a whole week off just to go to that Alamo house to go watch Odyssey. I'm making it like the most big time experience theater of all time.
I like the sound of that.
It's something else, man. 70 millimeter. I'm telling you, if you see it, the real IMAX is just something that it's just unparalleled in as far as theater experiences go. But yeah, I loved Interstellar. I did see it in 70 mil when it initially came out. My cousin and I went, and it's still one of the funniest theater stories that I have. We're sitting there, and then they get it to Miller's Planet, and the thing opens up, and they rescue the guy out of there. And Alex reaches over and slaps me in the chest, and he said, "Is that fucking Matt Damon?" I was like, I think it's Matt Damon, dude. Because they kept it pretty close to the vest that Matt Damon was gonna be a part of it. And so I don't think that he even had any idea that he was gonna be there. But yeah, that's pretty. It was pretty amazing. But yeah, just all of this, man. Still to this day, whenever he comes back from the water planet and he's watching the fucking clips of his children aging and he starts to break down, I'm telling you, man, it's just one of the hardest scenes that you could be in a theater at and not fucking cry to. That's just I don't know, something about it just hits me. And even listening to the score, man, it's just such an emotional thing, which is kind of weird when you think about the premise of it. being a space kind of action movie, if you will, that it's as emotional as it is. But yeah, love Interstellar, number 4.
Nice. I was like, don't talk about that thing. It'll tear me up. So let's see here. All right, we're finally top 3 action now. So Brad, start us strong here in the top 3.
All right, I'm gonna introduce you with another quote. Let me see. I think I had one written down, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you something a little bit better. I think. Hey, you want a cigarette? No, you're one of those fitness freaks, aren't you?
Dodgeball?
No, it's not dodgeball.
But we can play dodgeball.
Hang on, I hang on. What was it now?
Something. I think this is me doing it off of memory. Hey, you want a cigarette? No, you don't. You're one of those fitness freaks, aren't you?
Once upon a time,
I
in
sound like
Hollywood.
White Goodman. No. All right, let me give you a real quote from it. Let me give you
I think Zodiac got it.
The Departed. The Departed is right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Zodiac Z.
Should have fucking known.
I didn't do the accent that well. It did sound like White Goodman a little bit, but it was Alec Baldwin.
Yeah,
it was
the way
Alec,
that you were doing like
it was Alec Baldwin when he's talking to was it might have been Mark Wahlberg at the golf range or something, I think. But not Mark Wahlberg, but Matt
you should have
Damon.
said, dude, I'm tired from fucking your mother. How's your father?
I was good.
Good.
Why's the last pace of the day always the hottest? If that thing moves, I'm going to shoot it. Yeah, it's a great. Why don't you come down to the garage? I'll give you the codes. Okay. Anyway, this is like I said, I love the gritty cop movies, and this was the cream of the crop when it comes to that shit, man. I love this thing. The tension that this movie provides. Brett, have you seen this movie?
You forced me to watch this movie, and I was not into it the first time. But the second time, I appreciated it a little bit more since I was more of a moviegoer. Cool.
You might want to watch it again now that you've been watching movies for a while, because I think you really like it. Actually, okay. I do actually think you'll like this movie. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I think now that you appreciate movies, I think you like. But anyway, the movie is obviously it's one of the best casts I've ever seen. DiCaprio, Damon, Nicholson, Wahlberg, you name it. They're all Alec Baldwin. The movie's tension filled. I just remember the scene when Leonardo is like deep undercover with this gang unit, right? And Mark Wahlberg is a cop, but he's kind of a crooked cop. So they're playing against each other, but kind of like Leonardo's still a good guy, but Matt Damon's a bad guy playing like a good guy. So it's a really interesting dichotomy, which it just makes things really interesting. And I love the scene in the movie where Martin Sheen, he dies, he gets thrown off the roof or whatever. And they got his phone up in evidence, and Matt Damon has it. And no, they don't have his phone. Yeah, they do have his phone. Matt Damon calls Leonardo DiCaprio from Martin Sheen's phone, which is like the only person in the whole police department that knows that he's undercover. Him and Mark Wahlberg both do. And they're just sitting there, and Leonardo answers the phone, and it's just silence for a couple minutes. And it's just like, it's just so tense because these guys are finally kind of somewhat connecting. I love the hell out of it. You called this number from a dead guy's phone. Who are you? It's a fantastic little scene of tension, but the movie's filled with shit like that. I love the hell out of it.
Let's not forget also the Vera Farmiga. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the Vera Farmiga love triangle also adds like that another element to the tension around everybody. Yeah,
100%. Because both these dudes that are they're kind of getting the same story but reverse. One's a bad guy rat and one's a good guy rat. And but they both love Vera Farmiga, and who can blame them? I think we would all fall into that trap.
But wait a minute, whoa, hold on, man. So they're rats, but if they go outside, they become mouses, right?
They become a mouse.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's when they go inside a house, they become a mouse, and when they go outside, they become a rat.
But the thing I love about this movie is that, like, there's just so many layers of tension. The one thing I love is that, like I already mentioned, that Leo is so deep undercover, only 2 people know about it. And if something happens to those guys, he's in deep shit because nobody can get him out of that situation that he's in, which is a cool little thing. But it's brutal. It's a brutal flick. And for it being, I think it's like a 2.5 hour movie, it is so well paced. It's ridiculous. Like the whole thing is just like you're on the edge of your seat the whole time. I think Scorsese won an Oscar for this. Was it his first one? I don't know. I can't recall. I'm pretty sure he did though. But it's like it's this whole thing where just the tension is building the whole movie, and at the end it explodes. If you know, you know. At the end of the movie, it's just a shit show, and it's perfect.
Oh
and
yeah,
I love that.
God damn it! I mean, it's all within like 2 minutes. It's so everything comes to a head in 2 minutes, dude. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's so good, and just
Unexpected.
seeing that kind of it's unexpected, and you have the whole thing where Leo writes down the wrong address on. He's in this club of bad guys, and well, no, he doesn't write it down. He's in this club of bad guys, and basically they all tell him to meet him at one address, and he shows up to the right address, but the one they told him to show up at is the wrong address on accident, and he showed up anyway. So like if you know the movie, you know exactly what I'm saying. If you don't, you're probably confused as hell. But it's a good ass fucking movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. One of my favorites of all time. Give me The Departed. That was long-winded, I think, but
I should have known that movie was going to appear.
Also, one last little quote, which I think is still one of my favorite scenes of the whole movie, is the now he's not a guy you can't fuck with, but he's almost a guy you can't fuck with. Now, what are you drinking? Cranberry juice. What is it? Your period?
Hey, cranberry juice
cranberry
keeps
juice.
the kidney stones away, though.
Here's what I'll say, though. One more thing about the movie. This is a little bit controversial, I think. I like it more than Goodfellas, personally. I think most people put it second.
Said that in that too.
Did they say it in there? Okay, good.
I think someone said it in there. Oh, there we go. It's The Departed and Taxi Drivers are probably my top two Scorsese movies. No Goodfellas.
I can't wait for the stream.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be one of. I'm telling you, I'll have to. It's gonna be one of the funniest things, dude. I'm telling you.
Cole, dadgummit, my favorite action movie is not Brokeback Mountain.
Hey, there's a lot of action in there, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I'm sure
yeah,
there
buddy.
is.
Just trying to grab some nuts.
That's a lot of nuts. But sorry, Brad. Any last thing about number 3 or about The Departed?
No. I was just gonna say I like it more than Goodfellas. It's my favorite Scorsese film. So yeah, give it to me.
Hell yeah, dude. So let me go ahead and get to my number 3 here. My number 3 was one of my favorite theater experiences of all time. I also had an embarrassing theater experience with this particular movie where I got some butter popcorn with extra butter.
Oh, Spiral?
Yeah.
From the Book of Saw?
No. Screw you on that one, okay? I was still learning TikTok during that time and camera quality. But this one is where at the time where theater bags were the paper. So if you put too much butter, it sinks through the bag, okay? And so I had the whole movie setting it right here with the popcorn. And the popcorn butter sinks through the bag onto my crotch. Okay. And so it looked like I absolutely pissed myself. Okay. That's not the worst part. I wish to God that was the worst part. The
You
worst
buttered
part,
your biscuit, boy.
there was so much butter, it's even sinked on the floor. So every time somebody tried to get out the theater, like they went, and it happened all movie long because this movie was fucking like 3 hours, and it was ridiculous. And what I'm talking about is number 3 is The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Very, very nice.
At my number 3, because
How much butter did you put on that damn thing?
That's what I'm talking about, dude. You sank through the bag, through your own crotch, down between your damn Hagen balls, down into the seat, and then down into the floor, dude.
And let me tell you this: Brett's an alpha.
away.
Brettman's an alpha. Okay,
No,
so
I
that's
was-
a lot of Hagen
No,
balls
I was
to go
more
through.
of a butter. I was more of a butter, but unfortunately, with my family got a hold of this story, and my brother was actually with me, and he called me Butter Dick for a while. So, anyways, just real quickly, because that was the main thing I wanted. Butter Dick. But no, Lord of the Rings: Return to King, definitely one of the great like fantasy movies of all time. Just the whole journey, like when the first movie, The Fellowship of the Ring, came out, I believe in 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. And it's just that whole journey, because that was my first time going through Lord of the Rings and all that. And so just to get through all that, just to get to Return to King, where everything is just epic, epic conclusion, epic fighting, epic everything. It's just awesome. But I mainly just wanted to tell that theater story with this movie. But Lord of the Rings, Return to King is so badass. It won so many Academy Awards and Oscars. It is very well deserved. I need to revisit the Lord of the Rings. It's been such a long time. I need to rewatch them. Number 3, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Thank you,
All
Zodiac
right.
C.
All right, so we're pressed for time, so I'm not going to go through a lot on these. Try to kind of keep it quick and try and keep it quick. My number 3 is going to be, and I really hesitated to put this one on there, but it really did. I think it was absolutely fantastic, and maybe it's just recency bias. I don't know, but I'm going to put Oppenheimer as my number 3. I think that it was just a fantastic flick. I think that it was kind of those, like I said, a good balance between. I absolutely loved the movie to death, and then secondly, I think it was also really important. I mean, it won all the Oscars last year. I think it may be Nolan's best flick. Score is great. Score is great. Everything about it is just absolutely top notch. And I mean, the theater experience of this, seeing it in 70 mil, even if traffic did impede us by about 35 minutes, it's just an epic experience, and the tension building up to the bombing scene and all that is just second to none, as far as like the first time I saw it, like being like heart racing, watching it in theaters and stuff like that. Just a top tier movie, man. So Oppenheimer, number 3 for me.
Nice.
I love the pick. That's one I wanted to put on my list, and I'm still kind of like, because it's so new. And I gave the benefit of the doubt to the 2 movies that I've seen for 10 years plus, but I love the pick, man. I guess I'll go with number 2 here and keep things rolling along. Brett, you mentioned it already, man. Actually, you know what? Let me do a quote.
Oh God,
Bert, if you get this one, I'm really gonna be mad. Okay. The name's Bond, James Bond.
Austin Powers.
Get the fuck out! No. This is Casino Royale, man. This is like you said, my favorite Bond movie, I think. And it's just, it really, like, the Craig era of Bond is such a special time, and this movie is what kicked that off. It reset things desperately needed in that franchise at the time, because like you said, we were talking about earlier in the stream, Die Another Day became right before this movie in the franchise, and it was goofy as hell. This movie kind of made it, it scaled things back a bit, made it more grounded, made it more gritty, gave us a younger Bond at the time. Daniel Craig was pretty young, in his 30s, and gave him that gritty kind of edge early in his 00 career, like his first couple missions kind of deal. And he was just kind of like this damaged kind of guy that still needs to learn a few things, but was still kind of a badass. So I loved him for that. I think that it's my favorite action movie ever. With, that I guess number 1 when it comes to action movies. And the Bond girl itself, Vesper Lind, played by Eva Green, absolutely amazing. It's the best Bond girl in the franchise, I think. It's the one time we saw Bond, up to this point. We've seen it after, but at this point, it's the one time we actually saw Bond fall in love. And kind of the tragedy around that was really epic. So I loved it. The poker sequences, for me, I'm a guy that likes poker. I haven't played in a number of years, but I used to love playing, and seeing these poker sequences kind of play out the way they did was awesome to see. It's super tense and stuff, because Bond needs to win this shit. And I love the fact that it wasn't such a huge story, like he's out there like saving the fucking world, like all this, like it's a pretty, like, to an extent, it kind of is, but at the same time, it's kind of a smaller scale story that we've seen. So I like it for that fact as well. It's just a gritty version of Bond that we've been clamoring for, and I don't think any Bond movie will ever match this. I'm excited to see what they do next. You know, they got a director, Dennis Villeneuve, as Chris would say, is coming, or as Brett would say, is coming in to crush a Bond movie, and Tom Holland might be the next Bond. We'll see what happens. But nothing will. I don't think will ever match Casino Royale.
I will shit. I will never watch Bond again if they go that direction.
I'm going to go open.
It's Amazon, so they will.
Hey, even with Dennis Villeneuve,
Denis Villeneuve, yeah.
I'll go in with an open mind, whatever they go with, because when Daniel Craig was cast, nobody liked that. Everybody was against it, and he ended up being one of the best Bond, in my opinion, the best Bond of all time. So, yeah, I mean, I'll go in with an open mind. If it's Tom Holland, whatever. I kind of like the idea. It definitely seems like they want to go with a younger Bond. So that intrigues me, but that's a whole different thing. But either way, yes, Casino Royale is my number 2.
Number 2. So all right, my number 2. Speaking of opening your mind, you're gonna have to open your all's mind when I go through this movie with number 2. And my number 2 is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Seriously?
No, dead seriously.
For you?
Yes, dude.
No,
oh
for
my
me.
God. That is absolutely fucking awesome.
No, here's the deal. You thought Interstellar was fucking emotional for me. This movie was fucking emotional for me as well because of how well the great fucking story they told between a daughter-mother relationship. Because I thought that was just absolutely told perfectly. And of course, I gotta give all the props in the world to Michelle. I was about to say Michelle Yeoh, but it's Michelle Yeoh, I guess. I'm just calling her Michelle. So Michelle, being the main character of Evelyn, was just absolutely amazing. And this is actually Jamie Lee Curtis is one of those people for me. I either really liked her in the movie, or I really hate her in the movie.
Howie Nance.
No, hate her in that movie. But this movie, I love Jamie Lee Curtis and what she did in this movie. And plus, if you have a weird ass movie with a weird kind of like whole thing they're doing with time travel and all that, just being weird about it, having googly eyes, like, you know, those eyes you put on toys and shit,
butt plugs and hot dogs.
Yeah, that and butt plugs, dildos. Like, dude, this movie has everything. Literally, it has everything. It was everywhere, and all of it happened at once. So it's pretty much the title of the movie. But this movie is such an emotional roller coaster. The action scenes in this movie were actually really damn good. The comedy was freaking excellent. I love this movie. I really love this movie. I definitely need to rewatch this soon, actually, because of how much I love this movie. The first time I watched it last year, actually. So my number 2 is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I am absolutely shocked that you picked this movie in your top 10.
I knew you all would be. Well, at the 21st century.
Well, I mean, I know. I'm just saying top 10. I'm surprised. But hey, a lot of people liked it. I think so. It's not wrong. Nothing's wrong. It's your list. Nothing's wrong.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So, Chris, what's your number 2?
All right, moving right along. Number 2 for me, and this is absolutely one of the pinnacles of filmmaking, in my opinion. I think that, and this is just right up my alley. It's so quiet and nihilistic. I don't think there's even a word spoken for the first 30 minutes of this movie. It is actually, I'll give you guys a quote. Y'all probably won't even know this one. I drink your milkshake.
I drink it up. Country, or not
No Country for Old Men.
But no, it's not that one. It's the other one that came out. There Will Be Blood.
Oh, yep, There Will Be Blood. I think it's just one of the greatest movies ever made, in my opinion. All the things that I love. The score by Johnny Greenwood is also one of my top probably 3 or 4 musicians that also score movies. The score is absolutely fantastic. Daniel Day-Lewis obviously won the Oscar. I think, did P.T. Anderson win the Oscar for Best Director this year? I can't remember. Either way, I just think that it's absolutely fantastic. It's a great story about greed. There's a lot of commentary, even though it takes place in whatever year it is. There's a great commentary on greed and family. Just a lot of genres kind of weaved into one thing, and it's just done impeccably. So give me There Will Be Blood.
Nice. I'm going to add that to my list of movie watches right there. Bam, just right. See, I wrote it right there.
I see it, yeah.
Right there?
Invisible
Okay.
ink.
There we go. So, Brad, go ahead, take us home. I know it's been a long podcast episode, long stream. Thank you for bearing with us. If you're listening to us after the fact, or if you're watching currently, thank you, Brad. Let's finish it strong. Number 1.
I'm going to introduce it with a quote.
Of course, you
guys should both get this.
One-Eye Monster.
Love is the one thing that transcends time and space.
Interstellar.
Thank you both for getting that answer, because I was going to be mad if you didn't. Interstellar is my number 1, man. And this was a late edition, not a late edition, but a late number 1. Because for a number of years, Casino Royale would have been number 1. But this is a movie that has became not only my first movie of the 21st century in the last few years, but one of my favorite movies of all time, if not my favorite movie of all time. Because I love space. I love Chris Nolan. I love Matthew McConaughey. This movie gives me all of those in one movie wrapped up in a bow. I love that.
Was Anne Hathaway in this movie? Sorry to interrupt.
She was. Yeah, she absolutely was. She was great in this movie.
Can I postulate or ask the question here? Do you think that the movie hits harder after you became a father?
That's exactly what I was about to say. This is one thing about the father-daughter bond in this movie that really hit home once I had a daughter. And it's one of those things that kind of balances that sacrifice and hope for the world. Like, would you sacrifice that time with your daughter to save the world? Kind of thing. You guys have been talking about how emotional this movie is. I think it's bar none, I should say, the number 1 most emotional movie of the Christopher Nolan filmography. I think this is the most emotional he's ever been, and it really hits home for me. I love all the space stuff too, because I'm so interested in space and everything about it. And this movie's fairly accurate with the space representation.
Yeah.
It's been known to be super accurate with how time works and how gravity works, and that whole sequence on the planet where every second is a day on Earth is so beautifully done that it's somewhat accurate. I mean, maybe not to that extent, but yeah, time moves faster in other planets than it does here on Earth, which is a crazy little idea that really was done well in this movie. And the score is one of the honestly, I'll go ahead and say it's my favorite score of all time in this movie. I think it's so beautiful and amazing. This is kind of what started the Nolan trend of the music being louder than the dialogue at times in this movie, but it wasn't so bad that you couldn't know you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
The music in this thing was so beautiful that it's the best soundtrack ever, I think. But yeah, all the stuff is great. The mother-daughter, or the father-daughter stuff, I should say, was great in this movie. It's powerful, it's emotional, it makes me cry every time I see it. I know we were all bawling when we saw it in IMAX, man, the other day. I know.
Every time,
so,
dude.
If a movie makes me cry, I think it deserves a special place in my heart, and Interstellar is that for me, man. So give it to me.
All right, dude. I'm not sure how the hell I'm going to top a Christopher Nolan with another Christopher Nolan movie. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. So my number 1, that was your first hint. I'll give you one more hint on that. And yes, Blu-ray, I do agree. Hans Zimmer is one of the best composers of all time. So definitely agree on that. But let me go ahead and throw a little quote out there. You either die a hero or you live long
The
enough
Dark
to see
Knight.
yourself become the villain.
Yeah, it's got to be Dark Knight. That's what I thought
It's
too.
absolutely The Dark Knight. Like Chris said earlier, the greatest comic book movie of all time. No ins or buts about it. I absolutely agree. Even though, here's the deal, Spider-Man's my favorite superhero of all time. But even I admit then, there's no ever good Spider-Man movie that compares to The Dark Knight. Because it only really just leads to one thing is, no, it's not Christian Bale's Batman, even though that's my personal favorite Batman is Christian Bale. It's not that. It's not the Harvey Dent character, which I didn't know I needed that character until this movie happened, and just learning more about the Harvey Dent side of things. He was freaking phenomenal. That was oh god, what was the actor's name? Thomas Jane or
No,
No, he looks
You're
like
talking
Thomas Jane though.
he looks like Thomas Jane, yeah. But,
Aaron Eckhart. Sorry.
Yeah.
yes, no, thank you for that.
Could be the same.
And
They
then-
could be twins.
Twins, Basil, twins. But I got this movie only belongs to one guy only. The great character I've ever seen on screen, the most realistic character on screen, and the best acting for that character of all time. It's Heath Ledger's Joker. Literally, in my mind, it's like if I have to walk across the street and I just randomly walk past the Joker in real life, that's what this movie did. Just what Heath Ledger did for this character, for this movie, for this particular point of time was absolutely stunning and unbelievable. And it was something I will never forget for the rest of my life. The first time I watched this movie, even though a fucking thunderstorm happened and it blacked out the whole scene, the interrogation scene, which is pretty much the pinnacle of that movie. So I had to go see this movie again in the theater just to watch that interrogation scene, which I didn't care. Fucking phenomenal movie. It was money well worth spent to see greatness on screen. This was my first introduction to Christopher Nolan and to see what everybody was talking about with Christopher Nolan being one of the great directors of all time. This was my first introduction to Christopher Nolan. The Hans Zimmer with the score, as we saw it, that we talked about earlier with the whole the concert and everything, with the Dark Knight. Absolutely just amazing. And Brad, I will agree with you that you're the Batman. Had the better Gotham, the world of Gotham and all that. But what Christopher Nolan and this Batman world was trying to do is just to make it as realistic as possible. I felt like it absolutely achieved that to me. So The Dark Knight is my number one movie of the 21st century.
Very well
I like
put,
the
sir.
pick, Birdie. I like it.
No,
I still like the
quandary
movie,
me, no.
man.
Oh, I know you do, and I totally respect why you like the Batman more, just because of the detective aspect. But you got to remember, The Dark Knight definitely had detective aspect too in that movie.
Yeah, he was good in that movie too. I think the movie's great. I just love the darker tone that the Batman brings. But
Oh no,
I think
and I agree.
The Dark Knight was definitely close. I remember when it came out. I remember 2008. I remember being in the theater saying, "This is the best movie ever." I remember saying that, man. It was great.
Yeah,
So-
the trailer too. The very first trailer that came out, and then they didn't, because if I remember correctly, they
It
really
changed things.
Yeah, they
forever.
didn't. They didn't really show the Joker until like the final trailer or whatever, and even then he was shown very sparingly. So yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. I think I saw it 2 or 3 times in the theater. But moving on for this, for the sake of time, my number
Chris,
one,
real quick.
uh,
You're the last one, so you have to make this fucking count. Don't fuck it up.
it's my list, bub. I mean, this to me, this is one of my favorites. I think that it's just, I mean, it's everything that I love. It's my favorite author, adapted by 2 of my favorite directors, and some of the best performances of all time. It's dark, it's nihilistic, and I love the hell out of it. My number one's No Country for Old Men. And it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love it. I like that there's not really much I don't think there's much of a score at all. I don't even know if there is a score, and they're still able to build tension throughout. It's gritty, it's realistic. There's some ambiguity in there with all the characters. Nobody is really a good character versus, I mean, there is a certain sense of good and bad, but everybody is morally gray. which I absolutely love. And then the end of it, you know, is there's still you're left with ambiguity at the ends. There's no real resolution to anything, which I personally love. So it's just it's absolutely fantastic. Javier Bardem, I think, is just one of the great villains that we've ever seen. And that stupid fucking haircut, which is only aids to the creepiness of it. Josh Brolin, Tommy Lee Jones, and and I absolutely adore Cormac McCarthy. I think Blood Meridian is probably my favorite novel of all time. So yeah, it's No Country for Old Men for me.
Dude.
So, hey, have you read the book, Chris?
Oddly enough, I've read so many of his fucking books. I've never actually read No Country for Old Men.
I think remind me of the name of the author.
Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah,
and he was actually born here in Knoxville. And
I was going to say, my papa met him once.
Oh, really?
Lord
yeah,
Rings.
dude.
Yeah, he met him once at the gym. Yeah, he sure did. But yeah, the book was actually really, really solid. I think I remember watching the movie after I read it. It was, I love it.
Nice. Yeah. Chris, what a good one to end it on, which guess what? I still have to see that movie, but I heard nothing but excellent things about that movie as well.
That's a great one.
Great, man.
It's a fantastic one.
All right, to finish it up, because I know we've been gone a while, and again, thank you, podcasters, for listening in, and for everyone hanging out with us in the chat from beginning to end. We love you and appreciate you. Just real quickly, and we'll wrap everything up in a nice little bow. Recap the top 10 real quick. So, Brad, can you recap your top 10 real quick?
I can. Let me pull it up real quick on my notes. My top 10 is Training Day, Inception, Django Unchained, Top Gun Maverick, Creed, Dr. Sleep, The Batman, The Departed, Casino Royale, and Interstellar.
Hell yeah, nice. And then my top 10, going from 10 to 1, is The Conjuring, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, Top Gun Maverick, Creed, Casino Royale, Mad Max Fury Road, Interstellar, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and The Dark Knight. Chris,
Nice.
your top 10.
Top 10, 10 to 1. Whiplash, Inglourious Bastards, Social Network, The Dark Knight, Inception, Gladiator, Interstellar, Oppenheimer, There Will Be Blood, and No Country for Old Men.
God, what great movies we talked about tonight. Thank you all so much. So, gotta ask you all, for the podcasters listening in and everyone on YouTube that's watching this, what do you all think about our top 10 list of the 21st century movies? Do you agree with our list? Or is there just movies that we totally forgot about that slipped past our minds? Or what are your top 10 movies of the 21st century, or your favorite movies from the 21st century, including 2000? Let us know in the comment section down below on the YouTube side of things, along with subscribing, sharing, and liking, because all that helps with the evil algorithm on YouTube. Or again, if you're listening on the podcast side of things, be sure to leave us a 5-star review. Don't be like Chris and tell the truth. Leave us a 5-star review. Kiss our ass. It helps us, and we really appreciate it.
Bingo,
so, gentlemen, anything else before we get out of here?
I don't think so, man. Take your shirt off and show your nips for a little bit.
I feel good about it, man. I feel like it was a good let him rip. I think it was a good top 10, man. I actually really had a lot of fun tonight. I'm excited to do the horror movie version of this in the tournament.
I know. For the Summer Slash tournament, I'll go ahead and get started on some notes and all that so we can formulate those 64 movies. And I will say real quick, because I understand it's 4th of July weekend, so a lot of people are going to be busy on Saturday. But for some reason, if you could just make a little time at 12 o'clock noon on Saturday, July the 5th, I'm going to be having Wolfman Scott Nards will be making his appearance on Good Real Hunting. And we're going to be doing a horror movie draft board of the 2000s horror movies. So anything horror movie wise in the 2000s, from 2000 to 2009, is eligible to be drafted on this horror draft board. Me and Wolfman Scott Nards on noon, 12 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday, July the 5th.
Can't wait for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man.
Yes, sir. So with that, and we reached our goal tonight. So you could expect in the near future we're going to be doing a stream where I will embarrass myself by pronouncing hard words or easy words, if for some of you.
Yeah. What did you say earlier? Why to Mama Tambian?
Okay, that's going to be the final word tonight. So everyone in the chat on YouTube, thank you so much. Or watching after the fact, thank you so much. Everyone on the podcast side of things, thank you so much for listening in. Do not miss out on future episodes. So we're out of here. Have a great night and a happy 4th of July weekend. Peace.